in the interest of the Brooks Stone children. This is a permanency hearing. We're in monitor return. All the kiddos are home with Miss Brooks. According to the reports, everybody's doing well. Mr. Benjamin Stone Houston is in contact with the department. It looks like from reports that the department has worked hard trying to find the other gentleman and no such luck, or they're blowing off the department or whatever. So we're kind of just rocking along. So Ms. Vanna, you may begin, please.
Thank you, Judge. As the court stated, everything seems to be going well. Miss Brooks is doing everything that she needs to be doing. And the only thing that the department is really going to try to assist Miss Brooks is kind of building a support network. I know that she's been struggling a little bit. There's a lot of kiddos, a lot of needs, and I know that she also needs a break, maybe some respite occasionally. So what's happening is they're just trying to work with Miss Brooks to help her build that support system, whether it be family or friends or other people in the community, so that she does have that assistance and we don't get back to the position we were in at the beginning of the case, Judge. So, and we don't need any new orders, Judge.
Okay. Miss Little's not here, is she?
I don't see her, Judge.
Okay, Miss Potts here. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, Your Honor. And I think my question is just, are we still saying that Jason Redding is the father of one of the children?
He's still an alleged father.
I have that Mr. Johnson and we got Mr. Redding on one, Mr. Johnson on another. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure that was still what the mother was saying in case I could be dismissed.
And unknown also, right, Ms. Vanna?
Yes, Judge.
Well, Ms. Brooks, who is that the correct information for the fathers of Avery and Josiah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you heard from those gentlemen?
No, ma'am, but I have heard from Bernard's sister. And really briefly, she just said that he's not doing good. I think he's on very hard drugs now. He was staying with her for a little bit, but she had to put him out because of his drug use, and she didn't want that jeopardizing her children. So as far as that's all I know.
You think she has any clue where he is?
I don't know. I can't ask her, but I don't know if she'd be willing to give me that information.
Okay.
Can you provide the department with her contact information so that we can reach out to her and see what information we can gather?
Yes, ma'am.
And yes, please, I'd like that as well.
Okay.
Okay.
And Judge Jennifer Harris is not here. She represents Mom.
Let's see if she's in the waiting room. Hold on just a second. Let me get out the chat. No, the only other lawyer I see is Becky Lang.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And it looks like the other dad, he started participating in services. He's working with the department, so hopefully he continues. And we'll see where we get by the end of the case, Judge.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Vanna. Miss Harrison here, Miss Little's not here. Mr. Grove, what do you need besides a client?
Well, Judge, the first thing I need to do is compliment Ms. Brooks for coming to court this morning and actually having a job and working, and appears to be doing outstanding. I know she's not my client, but I was shocked to see that. So good job, Ms. Brooks. Yes, I'd like to have a client, but unlike Ms. Brooks, my client can't bother to reach out to his free lawyer. So I don't know what to do, Judge.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Miss Potts? Same?
Yes, Your Honor, I haven't been able to reach my client either.
Okay. Okay. Miss Willis?
Yes. Well, I have not met my client, but I get to see him today, so I can put a face with the name. And I know that he's been doing well because I've been keeping up with the case. But Mr. Benjamin, please call my office if you have any questions so that we can talk and help you get through to the end on this case, okay?
Okay, thank you. Miss Mary, Miss Buckholz, would anything y'all would like to add? You're muted.
Oh, I couldn't find the button. Sorry. No, I think, all the things that we're trying to get in play with the support, with respite, those are things that, Cheyenne really needs. I got Marcy, the caseworker, connected with Austin Angels, which has from what I hear, is a great mentoring program. So Cheyenne is waiting for them to contact her, because I believe they'll match, especially for Josiah, to match up a mentor for the kiddos and give mom a break sometime. And I think that commitment's like 2 years. So that would be super helpful to the family. We're just still trying to figure out therapies, that's been kind of a problem because the therapist has been sick twice and canceled. So she's, trying to do all those things and just juggle. I'm, very proud of Cheyenne. She finished the 3 strands parenting class last night. And so she's got a mentor there that, from my understanding, will continue meeting with her and supporting her. That will be helpful as well. So I'm just proud of Cheyenne with all the things that she's juggling and keeping 2 jobs and scheduling appointments. She's an amazing woman. And so I'm very proud of where she's going. Still got to work out some kinks and figure out, behaviors and attitudes of preteens, but those are all normal things that we go through, but I'm very proud of her.
Does Austin still have the Big Brothers program?
Oh, I don't know, but I can check into it, or have Marcy and I can try to check into that.
Yeah, I think isn't that what it used to be called? Anybody that's
Big Brothers and Sisters, or you think
yeah, kind of like a mentor for the older kids and help
Mm-hmm.
them out. Yeah.
I can check into that. I know that Austin Angels does. That's why that we're specifically trying to get one for Josiah, but if that person can be for all 3 of them, but specifically for Josiah.
Okay. I know they used to, but that was a million years ago. So, but I mean, if the Angels does the same thing, whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, if not, so okay. Thank you, Miss Mary.
Sure.
Thank you for y'all's help on this case. It seems to have been a really good fit and working real well.
Yes. Well, Cheyenne's very receptive, and that's of course that's what makes all of our jobs more easier, because she's doing the hard work and she wants to do the hard work. So, kudos to her for sure.
Yes, they're great. Thank you. Ms. Bellman, anything you'd like to add from it's not in your report? You're mute. Can't hear you. No, can't hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I finally figured it out. The
Yeah,
different bar.
Okay.
No, I would just like to reiterate just how well Cheyenne has done. And because I've been over there after school, and it's a lot, 3 kids coming in, but she's doing a great job of being able to schedule their time, and they do have a lot of appointments. That's the one thing I would like to see, is that Josiah do get the ABA therapy, but I know that that's, just trying to get it scheduled, it's been tough. But, kudos to her that she's finished, her parenting classes, and the kids playing great together, just like siblings do. So it's been a good time.
Remind me what city Mr. Stone Houston lives in. Or Mr. Houston, somebody can answer. Miss Willis.
I have my
I think
computer in front of
in
me.
Victoria County.
Victoria, that's right. Yeah, okay, so you're not close, but okay, that's right.
Victoria.
Okay,
Sorry, Judge, I'm in AG court, so I don't have my
that's
computer.
okay. He answered for me. That's good. I just couldn't remember if he was in Austin or not. So, okay, good. Okay, thank you, Ms. Bellman. Let's see, Ms. Bennett.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm very excited how well Cheyenne's doing. I love having the parenting coach and having like actual hands-on help that, actually really helps, instead of sitting in a classroom and trying to apply it on your own. I think that's made a big difference in this case, and I love all the updates and everything. My only question is, do we want to try to set mediation for the parties that we do have?
No, I mean, just kind of my feel, I don't know as much as y'all do, but I'm kind of thinking we can probably just work it out amongst the lawyers and Casa. I mean, Miss Willis, you represent Mr. Stone Houston. I know Miss Harris isn't here, but I don't know if this, Miss Van, are y'all headed towards a final order? Or y'all headed towards a dismissal, or what are y'all looking at?
I think we're going to move forward with a final order. Hopefully, Ms. Brooks is doing this all on her own. We've got some alleged fathers who were ordered a DNA test. I think that some child support would be helpful if she could get that. And so I think we're looking to go to a final, Judge.
Are we AG-wise at the point where we could adjudicate those other fathers based upon their lack of participating with the paternity test? Are we there? Do we?
I believe so, Judge. I've been looking up the statutes and I'm getting all that in order for our next hearing.
Okay. I just didn't know if they'd been notified and they just blown it off, or what their status was about that.
Okay. And Judge, just one more thing before I forget. It shows that our next hearing is on 1/6. Can we move the final to January 20th? Our dismissal date is actually February 21st and not January 17th.
Right. Yeah, the dates didn't go from the order for monitor return to
Right.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, I had the final on 2/17. You want me to move that?
Oh, no, I mean, that's perfect, actually.
I
Okay.
had the next permanency hearing at 1/6. Let's make sure those are our dates for sure.
Can we move it to 1/6 is right after the New Year's, and this is the only case set that I see on your docket, Judge. So can we move that to 1/20 and then the final on 2/17?
Hold on. I have that. It's just because it might not be on the online docket. I have Valdez final on 1/20. Oh, you're talking about 1/6. Okay,
Yes, Judge.
Let me just see. Brookstone, that's us. Let's see. Yep. 1/20.
Okay.
Okay. So y'all, our next permanency hearing during the monitor return will be 1/20. And our final trial will be 2/17. Ms. Willis, just talk to Anna and see what you think we can work out for your.
Okay.
I think everything will be okay. I don't think we need to do mediation. Those other guys, no, like Mr. Grove said, they're not participating with their free lawyers. They're not doing anything. So, that's just the way it goes.
Mr. Stone, I'm gonna send you my office's phone numbers and the chat, okay? So look at the chat.
Ms. Brooks, Mr. Stone Houston, y'all still have service plans and court orders. I would urge you to comply with your service plan, your court orders. The quicker we can get all this done, the quicker we can get out of y'all's lives and everybody go back to normal. So, okay, so all I'm going to order today is monitor return to continue, and our next perm hearing is 1/20, and our final trial is 2/17. Okay, thank y'all for coming. Sorry about the confusion and court dates, and just the way it goes. So thank y'all.
Thank
I
you,
just
Judge.
sent it really quickly, so it's there. It doesn't have all the information, but at least before Mr. Stone gets cut off, he has the main office number.
Okay, thank you. Bye, y'all. Have a good
Bye,
day.
thanks, you too.
Thank
Miss
you.
Van, do you need all I said in the order was monitor return continue, and you don't need the docket sheet, do you?
No, Judge, no. I think we've got that one.
Yeah, I think so. Hope so. Okay, cause number 56867 in the interest of LaPierre child. Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, this is a permanency after hearing for Mr. Grayson. Seems like we've all been busy with dealing with just issues. Miss Lang, just so you know, it is PMC case. Anyway, they'll give you more details. The parents have not been terminated. The dad, where is he? Is he incarcerated, y'all?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay, for how long?
They just denied his parole, so he's got at least another year until he can reapply for parole.
Me, what he's incarcerated for?
Family assault, violence.
On Kayla?
That I don't know.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, y'all, if he gets out, y'all would not be together, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's a good answer. Okay, good. Okay. So Grayson's moved and changed schools and got a passport or working on a passport, just lots going on. So Ms. Vanham, I'm gonna let you begin, please.
Thank you, Judge. Grayson seems to be doing really well in his new placement. He appears happy. He appears to enjoy his school as well. I know that we recently learned that before a child goes to private school, there needs to be approval from the department. And I know Ms. Montes has been working on that. Maybe the court could order that Ms. Kindred and Mr. Bulbulia can enroll him in private school. I mean, he's already there and appears to be doing well. So he's attending, and that's a plus. I know we were having trouble him going to school after that incident. Let's see, Grayson is in therapy, and the department did comply with the court's orders. The application for the passport has been sent off. I will just ask Ms. Kindred here in a moment to see if she's received any information, if anything has come back regarding that passport. And I know that we are set today also for so as to Grayson, I don't think we need any other orders when we're talking about the permanency hearing order, Judge. I know that there's also a motion right now by Miss Willis for Grayson to travel for about a month to Costa Rica. And so I think that's where we're at.
And is the department opposed to that?
Yes, the department is opposed to that at this time, Judge.
Why?
I will call Miss Montes to testify regarding that, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Montes, since we last spoke, can you tell us the department's position on the travel to Costa Rica?
Yes, ma'am. The department is concerned about the amount of school that Grayson will miss going to Costa Rica, and that is why they are opposed.
Okay, and so I'm going to play devil's advocate here, Miss Montes, because you know you'll get this question eventually. So there was a letter from the school that the private school is in support of this travel and that they would provide all of the schooling and books and things that would need to, I guess, that Grayson would need in order to continue his schooling. So can you kind of explain the department's position?
Yes, ma'am. It's that the Grayson did miss quite a bit of school before he was placed with the current caregivers. And because of that, the department is still concerned about the amount of school he will be missing despite getting lessons sent home from the private school. They did assure that they would be there, but the department is concerned about the amount of school total that Grayson will be missing.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Montes. No further questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody have any questions of Ms. Montes?
No, Your
Honor. Ms. Montes, has a placement talked to you about they'll be doing schooling with him or any, like, I don't know what you call it. I guess it's kind of homeschool for a month or something like that.
Yes, ma'am. And the department did receive the letter from the head of the school, and the department did speak with the head of the school about that. They did assure us that they will be monitoring Grayson and ensuring that he stays on level. It's just a long amount of time to miss school, and I think that that's all playing into it.
What about the, let's see, Grayson at 6? Is he in him? It's kind of first grade, but
Yes, ma'am.
sort of, sorry, my pen's leaking. What about the life experiences, geography, social studies, language, things like that that you might get from going on a cool trip like that?
Yes, ma'am. There's benefits on that side as well. I acknowledge that. It's just a difficult situation with how much Grayson had refused to go to school previously, and so that's just a little bit alarming. But yes, ma'am, you're right. There's a lot of experiences from going on a trip.
But the school has assured you that the trip, or has the school can't talk, has the school assured you that if Grayson goes, it will not have any negative effect on his passing or missing, how do you call it, attendance wise, any of that, for him being able to finish first grade?
Correct. Yes, ma'am, they have.
I never heard of the school. I know it's Spicewood, but what, you know exactly, I know you're not, it's in your normal area, but you know exactly where it is?
I don't know exactly where it is. I know the name of the school. I spoke with the head of the school. I'm just not familiar with the area well enough to say where it is exactly.
Well, FYI, if you talk about Spicewood, it pretty much goes from, I think it's a weird thing. It goes from like the barbecue place all the way up towards Lake Travis. So it's kind of, it's very strange. So it doesn't really narrow it down. So, okay. I'll ask somebody a little bit. Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any questions, Ms. Montes?
Judge, I don't have any questions of her because really I'd just be argumentative. So I'd like to just go ahead and call the Bulbulias.
Wait, hold on, Miss Van. It's still Miss Vanna's witness. Miss Vanna, any witnesses?
I just have a few more questions for Miss Montes.
Okay.
And Miss Montes, at one point you were talking about Grayson having visits or a visit with his mom. Have the parties agreed to that, and has that happened?
The parties did agree to a video visit with mom, and it happened last Wednesday. It went well. It was monitored by the team. Ad litem and Casa and myself were on it as well, and we thought it went overall well for Grayson.
Okay. And was there a specific reason that that the department wanted mom to have at least one visit, if not more, a few more?
Yes, ma'am. Mom is not well physically. Her health is not well. And based on that, we wanted Grayson to be able to speak with her in case that her health turns for the worse.
Okay. Are there any future visits planned?
Not at this time.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Montes, what's Miss LaPierre? She shook her head. Yes. What is? Have you talked to her about what she thinks about the trip?
Yes, ma'am. She thinks it's great for Grayson. She's, if I'm correct, Kayla's here. She thinks he's in a good place and that it would be good for him to go on that trip.
Yes.
Is it possible for how often is Grayson talking to Miss Kayla on the phone or anything other than that in-person visit?
Other than the video visit, no, ma'am. He is not. The court had ordered that Miss LaPierre needs to have 3 consecutive clean tests in order to have communication with Grayson. Because of the extenuating health circumstances, we did allow that video visit, but that's where we're at with it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any more witnesses, Miss Vanna?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, y'all know we don't need to spend a lot of time on this. Y'all know what I think about kids and trips and adventures. So y'all know Y'all know what I'm gonna say. So do we really need to get into this?
We don't, but I think it would be nice to just have a little bit of testimony about how he's doing in school and how this trip is planned to be an extension of his education, because there's been a lot of thought put into all of this. The fact that he missed school in the beginning of the year, now that then they had trouble getting him into his school because of his behavior, and all of that is on the upswing now. His behavior, his the experiences that he's about to have, and what he's doing in school.
Okay, let's do that. Let's just let the Bulbulias just say it real quick. We don't need question and answer.
Okay, go ahead, Jennifer.
Just to give you an update on his passport, finally got an email Saturday that it's been approved and it's on its way today. So we got the passport. I was a nervous wreck about that. So that's on its way. We have, as far as Grayson goes in school, we looked at 4 different schools, and of course he picked the one that had the coolest playground, not necessarily the best education. And the first day he was kind of fighting it, and we went in there with his typical demeanor of how he was going to treat all the kids, but we've been teaching him positive affirmations, and we've had really good success with that he's gone from his anger outbursts at the beginning to throwing, hitting, being violent, to he has really learned how to hold that in, to talk about things and communicate instead of outbursts. He's come 180. Literally, this child, we have not had any more outbursts like that for at least 2.5 weeks, which is huge on him for such a short period. He is doing well in school. He can't wait to go to school. He's like, come on, hurry up, let's go. We're going to be late. And he, fist punches all of his directors and everyone going in, and he's excited to see his friends, and he has a best friend named Harrison already, and he's doing exceptional. And we did do some testing on him, and he did not have the foundations of kindergarten. So the class is actually a kindergarten and first grade combined class, and it's only 6 kids. And the teacher has been amazing of giving us separate spelling words every week, different things. He is excelling more in math, but he's just really loving everything. His pictures he's drawing are all positive, of family and playing on the playground to a T, with even his equipment with all his friends. And he talks about the zip line's the only thing he can't reach yet, so he can't do the zip line and he's too short. He's just doing overall so well. And as far as our trip goes, we've had to do a lot of education with him on the animals there, because he likes to catch frogs and snakes and stuff. And we had to teach him that how dangerous they were. So now he's on the opposite. I don't like snakes anymore. I don't like frogs anymore. And, he's learning, though. We're teaching him about all the different animals before we even get there, the different places he's going to be. And the school's been really good. We're even doing Zoom calls with the teacher at least twice a week. She's going to go over what we've done, what she needs to go over with him. He's going to have class with her, and then we're going to be working with him every day on his schoolwork while we're gone.
Did you not schedule something in near the end of your trip where there was some type of I can't remember what it was. I just know it was cool.
Yeah, the last 2 days we found this place up in the forest that we are taking just for him, and it's literally Alice in Wonderland in person. They have like a 2-acre checkerboard field. They have all the totem poles that have houses in them under the ground, and it's just such a magical looking place. So we scheduled that for him before we come back.
And Your Honor, I'd like to Mr. Bulbulia to just talk a little bit about, he spends a lot of time with Grayson, and he's going to be spending a lot of time with him on the Costa Rica trip.
Yeah, so Grayson, when we first got him, he was a little bit more of a shut-in. He had a little bit more temper. So since I do a lot of sports and martial arts, I started getting him in track and field. I started running, and he actually enjoyed it. First, he was a little standoffish because he didn't want to do certain things, but when he sees an adult male doing something, he's going to follow suit. So in actual fact, I would do my running drills and my exercises, and he would actually follow suit every single time. When I tend to the horses, he wants to tend to the horses. When I go take care of the chickens, he wants to be right there. So positive role
He's
models.
upset if
Yeah.
we leave him behind. If he
If he doesn't get to
behind.
open up the farm, he gets mad. If we don't let him close down the farm, he gets a little bit frustrated. But it's not like an outburst. It's more of a frustration with himself of I wasn't on time to do something. So he's kept to a good schedule. I'm enrolling him in jiu-jitsu come January. Just so he can at least have some part to let out his aggression. He has to learn how to be a good loser. Nobody's let him lose at anything. So he gets frustrated quite a bit when he loses at certain tasks, which is something that I don't know why he has that, but he's got to learn how to actually lose and be humble with it. So a lot of these small things I've been working on him. Trust is a big thing. Before, I guess I don't know who did something to him, but if you picked him up as a male, he'd freak out
He'd flip
and
out.
he'd shut down. He said someone hurt him before. So now he actually allows me to, he jumps on my shoulders. He wants me to give him a piggyback ride. He doesn't mind if I toss him around and wrestle with him. So he's come quite a long way in the 5 weeks, like a normal child has. And I've watched him on the playgrounds with the other kids. And at first he was, a little more standoffish, but now he's running laps and he's doing things with everybody else. And he's doing certain things that a normal child his age should be doing, right? His outbursts now, he actually catches himself.
Yep.
When he's about to have an outburst, he knows that, okay, I should not be acting this way. And he actually calms himself down. He actually will count backwards.
He'll meditate.
Yeah, he'll do small things just to calm it down so he doesn't outburst on anybody or anything. And he's done some small things like to Jennifer, small hitting things, but in a playful manner. And I just speak to him about that, how you don't put hands on a woman, how it doesn't matter what happens. And he's actually understood that. And he first asked why. And I explained to him, well, their bone structure is different. They're weaker than we are. And you can't do that to any woman. And nobody's ever taught him this before. And these are things that should have been ingrained from a day one stage. So these small things have actually built up quite a bit in the 5 weeks. He's a different kid.
Completely different. I saw the psychological report Friday night and it blew me away. I mean, that's not the same child anymore.
Yeah. So on a physical aspect, he is strong. He is fast. This kid can do basically almost anything he wants. And he picks up on things faster than I would say a lot of kids. Yeah. He's well self-aware of his surroundings.
Yeah.
So so far I've seen him do good. It's just that extra little push you give every once in a while and he'll take to it. Right? He just wants to be loved and taken care of. That's literally what he wants.
Where's the school that he goes to?
30 minutes away in Spicewood, just past the Chevron. I can send you that.
No, it's right before, it's before Angels and Pooties. I know you were saying different things. So it's before that.
On the left side is a chapel. You'll see the white tall chapel. Yeah.
Oh, right. And that little Dollar General's right over there by it.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep.
I think the pastor there adopted some of my kids years, or a pastor that used to be there adopted some of my kids years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a great environment.
Okay. I didn't know that was a school. I know exactly what we're talking about. I know it's school. Yeah.
Well, they used to be in the 2-story building by Mueller's and they moved this year because the owners went to try to double their rent. So that's why they moved into the school or into the church.
Okay. So it's not church related. That's just where the school's house.
Correct. It is a Christian school, but it is not related to that church.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, you would drive 30 minutes to Llano anyway. So
No kidding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Well, great. Are y'all staying on the East Coast or the West Coast in Costa Rica?
We're driving around.
No, it's all on the west.
Oh, you know?
Yeah, it's all Pacific side. So we start in Jaco, then we go to Tamarino, and then La Fortuna, and then back down.
Is he going to get to see the volcano?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're saying that's in La Fortuna.
He's actually scared of that because he doesn't know if it's going to erupt.
It's gonna erupt.
Everybody's going to get burnt up. So he's a 6-year-old. Just imagination goes wild.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Okay. Ms. Willis, anything else?
No, there's one thing that I thought was really touching that is important, but it happened earlier on, the separation anxiety that he has, there was an incident in which Jennifer and Casa, was it Casa that stepped outside of the house to talk? Do you want to talk
When
about
I
that?
talked to Amy, I was on the phone with Amy at my office and he was watching a movie. And when he is in tune to something, he's not paying attention unless you look him in the eye. And I told him, Grayson, I have a phone call. I'm going to be right outside the back door. Well, he didn't hear that part. And so he came looking for me 5 minutes later, just in tears and scared to death. And he goes, I thought you left me. And I said, I would never leave you. I told you I was right outside. He was like, I wasn't paying attention again. I was watching TV. I need to pay attention. He was very cute about it. But yeah, that was the one instance. He kind of panicked thinking we were gone.
And I know the judge is going to grant the order. I just wanted to make it clear that this is a business trip and it's all paid for, and he doesn't need to be separated from the new placement at this time.
Right. Okay, Costa, anything y'all like to add?
No, Your Honor, just we agree with Nina that separation would not be good. There was also another incident in the very beginning when we all stepped outside and
Yeah, I
Grayson
That
remember.
was it.
got
Yeah.
really freaked out that everyone had left him. And the school provided that letter, so they're on top of it, and they let him in to begin with. They're taking really good care of him. And the Bulbulias are taking really good care of him. They're following all of the recommendations that came from the psychological. So we're very happy for Grayson right now.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to order that Miss Lang is substituted for Matt Grove or Sonia Wright or whatever the paperwork at the district clerk's office shows. We'll substitute Miss Lang in for Miss LaPierre's attorney. Grayson can be enrolled in private school, Costa Rica trip approved. I'm going to say visits or contact with Miss LaPierre as agreed by CPS and Ed items. So, I want y'all to take into consideration her health, and I think that y'all would all do that anyway. Next hearing we're going to do we're going to wait till everybody gets back from the trip so we can hear about it. And I want y'all to send us pictures.
Yes.
For sure. And then we can all be very jealous, and we'll have a hearing on 2/17, unless we need something beforehand.
I do have a question for Miss Kayla, if I can. Are you currently at home or are you in the hospital?
I just got home like a couple of days ago. I've been in and out of the hospital. Sorry, it's hard for me to breathe.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And you're currently on a donor list for a new liver?
I don't know. I have to go the 19th to a GI specialist.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They've had to drain me twice.
You're in a lot of pain, it seems like. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Well, you'll let us know if you need anything from the Bulbulias with regard to information about your son, right?
Yes.
Okay. Depart, Miss Montes, can you I don't want Miss Kayla to have to talk anymore if she doesn't feel good. Can you give Miss Lang all Miss Kayla's information so she can contact Kayla?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kayla. I look forward to meeting you. I'll be calling you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, well, good luck to everybody. Miss Kayla, good luck to you. I hope things work out well. I saw some pictures. I was concerned about your health, but you look better. The pictures I saw. So,
Yeah, my eyes are still orange. I still get real bloated, and it makes me feel like I can't breathe. They've got me on like 10 different medicines.
okay, well, don't start your energy. We understand, and I don't want you to get tired. So, but we wish you the best, and we wish Grayson and Bulbulia the best, and y'all have a big time. And like I said, I'm gonna get really mad if we don't get a bunch of pictures.
Oh, you'll have plenty.
Kayla, your attorney is also a doctor, a different kind of doctor, but at least you'll have someone that can understand
And she
Yeah.
likes a double doctor of jurisprudence and then that physical therapist thing thrown in too. So
There you go. And a little bit of army in me too, so watch out. We're good. And look forward to meeting you, Miss Kaylin.
Look forward to meeting you.
All right.
Okay, well, good luck, and we'll see y'all on 2/17, other than the pictures we're getting. Thank y'all.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
In the interest of the Swenson child, everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Miss Vanna, do y'all need to meet, and lawyers need, and Costa need to talk in a breakout room, or where are we?
I don't think so, Judge. Unless everyone agrees and Miss Bennett agrees to the aggravated circumstances, which I see her shaking her head no. So I think we can proceed.
Okay, and if we're going to need a real long time on that motion, we're going to have to reset it for another day.
Okay.
So, Miss Bennett, Miss Lang, how long are y'all anticipating y'all are going to need?
I don't know that we're opposed to the motion, Judge.
Okay, Miss Bennett.
I mean, I don't foresee it like taking a really long time. I'm not calling my client, obviously, because I'm not able to.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll go until about, we'll go, next docket starts at 10, so we'll go a little bit, we'll go for at least 15 minutes and see where we are. So, okay. Okay. What'd you say?
I said thank you.
Okay, go on, Miss Vanna. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Status hearing. Okay, real quick, my notes. I don't know, Miss Lang, do I have Mom's application for court-appointed attorney yet?
You should, Judge. I'll double check in our records and I'll email it over. It should be.
Or just let me know. I couldn't find
Okay.
it. That was
Okay.
one thing I wanted to know is it looks like the caseworker was trying to get some, I mean, y'all lawyers, CPS can't talk to the client parents without going to the lawyers. And when the report was filed, maybe things changed. It looked like the department, Mr. Herrera had been trying to get a hold of Miss Bennett, but she hadn't responded. So I hope that's changed. Amelia's with family friends, fictive kin locally, and can't do the family because I think the mom is living with the grandma right now. So, Miss Bennett, did you ever respond to Mr. Herrera?
I apologize, Your Honor. I don't know of a message or anything, so I'm asking my office right now if something came through that I didn't know about.
Okay.
I mean, you're welcome to, I'll be happy to provide you with my cell phone number and my office number, and you can text me. I mean, there shouldn't be any issue. I don't know. I have no idea. I personally have not seen anything, but that doesn't mean it's not there, because we get, 100+ emails a day, and sometimes 200 or more texts a day. So, I mean,
okay, we'll go on. I guess not. Mr. Herrera, Miss Bennett, just message him or something, and so he has your cell phone number.
Okay, if you'll put your number in the chat, I'll send you a message with my direct cell phone.
Okay, Miss Fanny, maybe again.
Thank you, Judge. I'm going to begin with the motion for aggravated circumstances, and I will call Mr. Swenson. I don't know if everyone's been sworn, Judge, and also the court may want to admonish him about his Fifth Amendment right.
Okay, everybody hasn't, I think I swore everybody in, didn't I, everybody? Yeah, okay, this is serious. I can read it, and I can paraphrase it, but let me go on and read it the way it's supposed to be. Okay, Mr. Swenson, and I'm just going to go on and say, Ms. Ecart too, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, excuse me, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and to have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, that an attorney will be appointed for you at the government expense, which is what we're already doing. So those are your Miranda warnings that I have to tell you, since there are criminal allegations also coming forward in this case. So it applies to both mom and dad. So Ms. Fanny, you may begin.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Swenson, or Burnett County Jail, is your name Mr. Hayden Swenson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're currently incarcerated in the Burnett County Jail, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know what you've been charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what have you been charged with?
Injury to a child on 2 counts. One's a first-degree felony and one's a third.
Okay. And is Amelia Swenson your biological child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did she have some severe injuries at the beginning of this case?
Your Honor, I'm going to object and ask to talk to my client in chambers about being able to assert his Fifth Amendment rights, because I don't want him to say anything that's going to affect his criminal case. And I haven't had that conversation with him, because this was just like very recently that this was all set.
Well, I think it wasn't very recent, because I mean, at least stuff was put off for a week, and I think it was filed before that. But we'll go on, and Ms. Garnett, if you can put where it says Burnett County and Ms. Bennett in a quick breakout room, please.
Hayden, are you able to switch it or touch anything?
I can call a guard in here and get him to bring the mouse to press join, ma'am.
I mean, I don't mind. I don't want to hold you up, Judge. I can just talk to him in front of everyone. Just tell him what, it's not necessarily confidential. Hayden, my advice is, from this point forward, just due to you having a criminal case pending, and I know the judge explained it to you, but I just want to tell you again, I was a criminal attorney also. I mean, my advice to you is that from the questions now forward, that you just, you can just state on the advice of your attorney that you plead the Fifth. Okay?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
anything you say in this hearing can be twisted around against you in a criminal hearing.
Yes, ma'am. I already learned that.
Yes, it happens. So anyway, that's my advice. I would say, I mean, the first few questions were fine because they were just, your name and all that. But now that we're getting into details, I would advise you not to answer any details about the case, period. None. Not even basic ones, because again, those can be twisted on you too. So I would just say, on the advice of my attorney, I plead the Fifth. And whatever questions she answers, you'll just have to keep saying it over and over and over.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Okay. Are you okay with that? Or do you want to go in a breakout room and talk about it further?
I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to go ahead and go back to on the record for her questioning you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bennett. Go on, Ms. Vanna.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Swenson, isn't it true that Amelia sustained some severe head trauma?
By the advice of my attorney, I plead the Fifth.
Okay. And isn't it true that she had an indentation in her skull, kind of like a ping pong ball?
By the advice of my attorney, I plead the Fifth.
Okay. Isn't it true that that you often took care of Amelia?
By the advice of my attorney, I plead the Fifth.
Okay. Isn't it true that you admitted to law enforcement that you are the cause of the injuries that Amelia sustained?
By the advice of my attorney, I plead the Fifth.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Anybody else have any questions? Excuse me, Mr. Swenson? No? Okay, thank you. Next witness, Ms. Vanna.
I'll call Dr. Sheehan.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Vanna.
And good morning, Dr. Sheehan. Thank you for being here today. Dr. Sheehan, are you the Casa on this case?
I am.
Okay. And are you also a medical doctor?
Am not. I'm a medical ethicist.
Okay.
I'm appearing here this morning as a Casa.
Okay. And Dr. Sheehan, have you had the opportunity to review Amelia's medical records?
I have.
Okay. Are you qualified to interpret the medical records?
I believe my 25 years experience as a Casa allows me to do that.
Okay. And when this case started, what type of injuries did Amelia have?
Objection, Your Honor. I don't, if he's going to make medical, I guess, evaluations or recommendations based on reading that, I don't think the foundation is laid for him to be able to do that. He's clearly stated he's not a medical doctor and that it's been Casa that he's worked with for all these years. So if we're asking for medical, I'm totally blanking on the word, sorry. Like evaluations and recommendations from reading something, I don't think that an appropriate foundation was made for him to make medical declarations.
And Ms. Vanna, any comment? Response?
I'm trying to remember what my question was about the injuries that Amelia had. Judge, I think even as the Casa and as, I guess he's not a party to the lawsuit, I believe that he's able to answer what the injuries were. I think that any party to this lawsuit can answer what the injuries were based on the affidavit and based on his involvement in this case.
I can't remember. Did Dr. Sheehan say he read the medical reports?
He did say that, yes, Judge.
Objections overruled.
Dr. Sheehan, what type of injuries did Amelia sustain at the beginning of this case?
When she was brought to the hospital, based on the medical records that I have reviewed and the department's filings, she was brought to the hospital because of to put it in lay terms, a dent in her skull. And as she was examined at the hospital, it was discovered that she had bilateral rib fractures on both sides, a buckle fracture to her ankle, as well as the fracture to her skull. Those were all serious injuries. A child her age and her size could not have done those.
Objection, Your Honor. These are more like objection. These are more medical conclusions, not restating what the medical records said. Okay. Are you saying he is an expert and can make medical conclusions? I guess that's my question. I don't want to have to object every time.
What was the question, Ms. Vanna? I can't remember the question.
Judge, I did ask Dr. Sheehan what the injuries were that led to this case. I think he answered those, but then he started going into medical conclusions. So I'm okay striking the medical conclusions.
Okay, I'll sustain the objection because I agree with what Ms. Vanna said. Go on.
Okay. And Dr. Sheehan, how old was Amelia when this case started?
She was just over, I think she was 9 weeks.
9 weeks old. Okay. And are you familiar with children and their development and what a 9-week-old baby can do at that time?
They can, physically, they're not able to roll over. They're not able to move on their own.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Anybody have any questions, Dr. Sheehan?
No, Your Honor.
No,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Next witness, Ms. Vanna.
No further witnesses as to the motion for aggravated circumstances.
Okay. Anybody else have any witnesses on the motion? No? Okay, thank you. Okay, anybody like to say anything, Ms. Vanna, about the motion for aggravated circumstances, attorneys or Casa?
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, today we're asking that the court find that there are aggravated circumstances in this case as to Mr. Swenson, specifically for the court to find that the child Amelia Swenson was a victim of serious bodily injury at the hands of Mr. Swenson. I'm asking the court to make inferences as to Mr. Swenson's as to him pleading the fifth as to all of the questions. And we're asking the court to find aggravated circumstances and order that the department not have to make reasonable efforts to reunify with Mr. Swenson and to waive the necessity to create a service plan for Mr. Swenson.
Okay. Anybody else have any argument on that motion?
I do, Judge. Go ahead, Matt.
Ms. McClure supports the court finding aggravated circumstances.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Grove. Ms. Lane?
Your Honor, on behalf of Miss Emily Ecart, there's no intention for her to reconcile with the father of the child. There's no, truly it's in the best interest of the child to go ahead and move forward for the child's prayerfully reunification with her mother. And then, the father has every opportunity while he's sitting in jail to do things to mitigate the outcome in this. We've seen it recently in another case. So there's resources available on the iPads or the notepads they have. He can certainly start getting busy doing things to help himself in terms of becoming a more interested, engaged man in a child's life. But there's no harm in expediting to the final trial in this case and see if dad shows up. And then there's lots of opportunities at the end to figure this out. But I think it's in the best interest to expedite getting that matter resolved sooner than later in the case. This could drag on forever as he pins criminal charges being resolved.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lane. Ms. Bennett, anything you'd like to add?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd ask that you not find aggravated circumstances. We all know that everyone in this situation has to plead the fifth because of how the system works. And I understand that you can infer whatever you like from that, but I don't think that him pleading the fifth is enough to prove that he absolutely committed the offense of injuring his own child. I also object on the record to any affidavits, to Exhibit A affidavit for arrest warrant attached to the motion for aggravated circumstances as hearsay, because I don't have the opportunity to question anyone about that. Again, Dr. Sheehan, while I totally appreciate him and think he is does a great and amazing job, he himself stated he's a Casa, not a medical doctor, and I would ask the court not to take into consideration any medical conclusions that he drew or stated. And I would just say that I don't believe there's adequate evidence. And I also don't think it would be in the judicial interest of this court to do everything separately, as I will be talking to my client and most likely filing a jury trial this week. Sorry.
I knew what you're talking about. Okay. Okay, thank you. Dr. Sheehan, Casa in favor or opposed to the motion?
Given Casa's view that these injuries could not have been caused by Amelia, Casa is in favor of granting the motion.
Thank you. Okay, grant the motion for aggravated circumstances against Mr. Swenson, find that department does not have to, that reasonable efforts are not required to work towards reunification of Amelia with Mr. Swenson, and that the department also does not have to create a service plan for Mr. Swenson. My understanding, Ms. Vanna, that the department is continuing with a service plan as to Ms. Ecart, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. But I still want Mr. Swenson to come to hearings, be set up in the jail, you know, all that kind of stuff, like just like a normal case. So, Ms. Vanna, continue with the status here, please.
Thank you, Judge. I would ask the court to take judicial notice of its file, including the service plan that was filed for Ms. Ecart. Things are going well. Ms. Ecart is completing her services. She's getting lots of visits with the child. The current placement is all for mom having even more visits. So I think they're working all of that out. And so we just hope mom continues and that we can move forward with reunification with mom as soon as possible and when it's deemed safe to reunify. And the department is asking that the court make the service plan for Ms. Ecart an order of the court.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Lane, y'all need anything?
Update, if you don't mind, from Mr. Herrera. Renee, do you mind? Can you unmute?
Yes.
Just share with the court, Ms. Swenson did complete her psychological on October 14th, and we've received the results. Is that right?
That's correct.
And the only thing required, they did suggest an annual physical just for general health, right?
Yes.
And then recommended the individual therapy to address codependent traits, boundaries, self-care, and safety for the child, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then parenting classics and domestic violence education. Those were the only recommendations from the psychological assessment, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And at the family group conference, everyone agreed that all those needs for education, training, assistance were going to occur through individual therapy with Tina Nunley. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And at this time, Tina, Ms. Nunley has been in contact with Ms. Ecart. Do you know if they've actually had any sessions yet?
At this point, I don't know. I just know that they went ahead and exchanged numbers so that she can go and schedule that, but I'm not sure if they've actually started yet.
Okay. And the delay in getting started isn't because of anything my client did or didn't do, but out of complacency. It was really a matter of getting the 2054s in place and all those things and communicating with Ms. Nunley. Is that right?
Yes, they were all sent over to Tina Nunley. But unfortunately, those emails with the, documents were kind of buried. So I had to go ahead and follow up and remind her, and that's where we got those started again for services.
Very good. And then my client and her mother, Christine Ecart, both took hair strands. Is that right? Hair strand tests?
Yes, ma'am.
And they came back negative for all substances to include marijuana, correct?
That's correct.
So at the family group conference, we talked about the possibility of the ad litems, and CPS wanted to make sure grandma was able to demonstrate protectiveness. And that was a concern everyone had, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so to mitigate that, we thought about doing a parenting assessment. Can you give an update on where we are on getting that done to help demonstrate grandmother's ability to be protective and parent appropriately?
Yes. Me and my supervisor did find a place that she can go ahead and do that protective parenting assessment. And the process in doing that is a little bit different. We don't exactly send in a 2054, but we found out the process for that. I guess the department was kind of waiting a little bit on getting that done because we were waiting. I believe I had sent you an email, Becky, about that as to clarifying. I guess you just did a while ago, but clarifying as to why we wanted to get that done. But again, you had just explained that a while ago.
Okay. And so, the family group conference was at the end of September, and here we are the second week of November. And so what's your time frame for following through and getting grandma vetted? Because Isn't the plan to get her approved, consider placement with grandma, and then let mom have more time and access to her child? Maybe, breaking that barrier down. Isn't that what we discussed in the family group conference?
I'm getting or planning to get Christine Ecart set up with that probably by the end of this week.
Okay, very good. All righty. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions, Mr. Herrera?
I have one follow-up, Judge.
Ms. Vanna?
Mr. Herrera, in order to provide the grandmother a parenting assessment, do you need a court order?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So are we going to ask the court today for the court order for the grandma to have a parenting assessment paid by the department?
Yes, please.
Okay. No further questions.
Got it. Thank you, Ms. Vanna. Anybody else? Okay, thank you. Next witness, Ms. Vanna.
No further witnesses, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Lang, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Bennett?
No witnesses, Your Honor.
Dr. Sheehan, anything you'd like to add?
Just that Amelia is doing really well. The fracture to her skull has been resolved. The scar is fading, her hair is growing, and eventually she won't know it's there. She is at the 50th percentile for weight and the 83rd percentile for height, so she's clearly robust and a healthy little girl. She's in daycare now and was adapted to that very quickly. I've spoken to the head of the daycare, and they really love her. She's a bright light in their day. So all things looking well.
I know it's early, she's a little one, but do we expect any repercussions or any ongoing medical issues because of the initial injuries?
Well, there really isn't any way to know till they appear, but I would guess that from looking at her, that's not going to be. There's no evidence so far to show that that's the case.
So
Very much a little girl.
She's almost, let's see, 4 months old. Is she at milestones and all that?
She is.
Good.
She's at those milestones.
Okay, good. Yay. Thank you. Anybody else have any questions, Dr. Sheehan?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Grove, anything y'all would like to add?
Judge, no, ma'am. Most of the time, people don't want to hear from me anyways.
Okay. Well, we do if you're representing children.
No, but no, ma'am. I'm following Miss McClure's notes, and she did not give me authority to pontificate, so I'm not going to.
And I'm just teasing, but anyway, that's okay. That's because you don't ever represent children, so that's okay. Okay. Well, I am going to approve the service plan created for Miss Ecart, make it a order of the court. I'm going to say that visits for Miss Ecart as agreed by CPS and items. I think y'all are doing that, and I think they're increasing. That's wonderful. I'm going to order that CPS provide maternal grandma a parenting assessment. Everybody get out pens, and I'll give y'all our court dates for the scheduling order. And summer's coming up. Not coming up. We got to go to winter first. Yuck. But some of these dates need to be changed. We can obviously do that. Our first permanency hearing is 3/3. That's Wynn's birthday, in case anybody wants to know. So, but we usually do court on our birthdays. The second permanency hearing is 6/2, and our final trial is 8/4, and our dismissal date is 9/5.
Your Honor, these dates are pretty far out, and that's just how they have to be. Can you, there was a concern about Miss Christine Ecart being able to supervise and things of that nature. Can we go ahead and cut to the chase in case the ad litem's, she's negative on her hair strand. They were concerned about some THC use. She's a nurse, an LVN. That's negative on her hair strand. We're going to get her parenting assessment, assuming it goes well. Can you, is there anything else you would be concerned of by the court that you would want to have the items and Casa, the attorney item, and the department look at before they approve Christine from supervising? Because I'd really like for mom to be able to take little one, like over the holidays, Thanksgiving's coming up, and let the little one go and be with family as well. The family that has her very sweet friends, but they don't really know Emily and know the child. They're more friends on a different level. So.
Okay, well, I don't know about y'all, but I heard Miss Lane cut out a lot, but I understand just what she said. I think I think by saying visits is agreed by CPS and ad litem's, and I mean, that can include conditions and supervision and whatever. I think if y'all can work that out, I'm happy with that. If not, we can always have add a hearing on any day or have a phone conference or email conference or whatever. So, I mean, I'm open to whatever y'all agree upon.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Could anybody understand everything Miss Lang was saying?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Well, I guess I have bad service, but that's okay. Got to the point. Okay. Well, good luck. Like I said, Miss Ecart, it's good to comply with your service plan, your court orders. The quicker we can get everything going, the quicker you can get us out of your lives. And we wish you the best of luck. Mr. Swenson, good luck to you. I know Miss Bennett will be talking to you and getting with your criminal attorney. Do you already have a criminal attorney appointed, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Tim Coward.
Coward. Okay, good. Okay, well, Miss Bennett knows him. They'll talk and coordinate. And good luck to you, sir. And I'll see y'all on 3/3, if not before.
Your Honor, is there any way as you go into the next case that you could put the two of us in a breakout room just for a minute if he can get someone to switch it?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Garnett, if you can sit, can move Miss Bennett and Mr. Swenson where it says Burnett County into a breakout room. Burnett, I think we're done, right, Miss Vanna?
Yes, Your Honor, we are. Thank you.
Understanding about the resets from last week, and we'll see y'all, I think, in a week or next time. Thank y'all.
Yes, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank y'all. Okay.
Thank you,
Your Honor.
Bye. Land Passes is next. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
They're supposed to put us in a breakout room.
Yeah, don't go away yet.
Don't turn it off yet. I don't know who's clicking. I don't see the thing yet. Okay, so okay, there we go. Do you see the thing that says they're inviting you to join room 2? Okay, he left. Okay, thanks, Judge.
Okay, thanks. Cause number 24006 in the interest of the Dykes child. Everybody's going to testify. Sorry, please raise your hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, we've got Miss Gilson. She's here. Let's see. Caseworker is let's see. Miss Garrett, she's here somewhere. I read the report. Looks like Ryland, we need to get a PAL or circle support type thing set up. He's in the shelter over at Conroe area. But really doing well. I think they like him, and the parents probably just as well. They're not involved, but it looks like everything is going pretty well. I think he wants to get a job. Gotta like that. Sounds like a pretty resourceful young man. So, Miss Guy, you may begin.
Judge, just briefly, I'll call Miss Garrett.
Okay.
Myra, have you been sworn?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything else that the court needs to be made aware of that wasn't in the court report?
We do actually now have a circles of support scheduled for the 13th at 2.
Okay.
And Ryland has, I believe, gotten hired at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, great. And that's on the 13th, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are there any particular orders that you need from the court this morning?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Anybody have any questions, Ms. Garrett? Ms. Garrett, who is going to the circle? Who did he want to include?
I believe he wanted his grandparents included, his probation officer, myself, Mr. Morris, and then I'd have to get with Ruby to double check, and then Casa, Miss Gilson. I'd have to get with Ruby to double check if he wanted his. I know he had a teacher listed on his contact sheet, so I need to double check if he wanted like that teacher there as well. And then I think his Bridgeway case manager.
I just wanted to make sure that the ad items were included, because sometimes y'all, our kids don't want their ad items to attend the circle of support, and I'm like, no, they need to go. And I know that Mr. Morris has a good relationship with him too.
Yes.
So, okay, good. Thank you. Okay, anybody else have anything on Miss Gills? Who was that? Miss Garrett. Okay, next witness, Miss Guy.
Judge, I don't have any other witnesses.
Okay, thank you. Miss San Miguel, any witnesses? You heard from your client?
No, I have not.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Glass, same question.
I have not, Your Honor.
Looking stylish.
Thank you. I didn't realize that Mr. Morris was going to be on here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have tried to compete.
You know what? Mr. Morris looks kind of calm today.
He does, but he doesn't have a hole in his ceiling.
Oh, well.
Oh, you do have a hole in your ceiling.
To wear my Canadian tuxedo today? You think I can pull denim off in the courtroom? I don't know.
Well, you know, in Zoom court and in my court, you can, you know.
I appreciate it, Judge.
That'll work. Because you just don't ever know what Mr. Grove has on, you know, either. So we're all good. Okay, Miss Bennett, anything from you or your client? Is Miss Bennett here?
I don't see her.
I don't see her. Oh well. Okay. Okay. Casa, anything y'all like to add?
I would just like to, I just saw him on Thursday. I'm not sure about Chick-fil-A. As of Thursday, he did not have the job. So, you know, but he's actively pursuing jobs.
I know that one came from the probation officer. I had to go get his hard copy of his state issued ID from his probation officer because he needed it for a job. So I know Chick-fil-A was one he was interviewing for though.
Yeah, but I don't think he got the job, but he is actively pursuing a job. He's doing really well in school. He has a girlfriend that he's talking to all the time. We had a really good conversation. The only thing that I wanted to bring up is that he has his permit, but he has to take the driving portion in order to get his driver's license. There's only one driving school in the area. And I asked his case manager to find out how much that was to try and figure out how we could, you know, get that done for him.
And I know driving school in the Conroe area. That just blows my mind.
Yep.
I know that's something we're going to discuss at the circles of support as well.
Okay. Are y'all also going to discuss where he goes when he turns 18, about living, SIL, and you know, all that kind of stuff?
Yes, ma'am. My plan was to come up with a kind of tentative plan for that.
Okay, good.
He's, may I talk?
Yes, ma'am.
He's looking at doing welding and looking at several places that have good welding programs. One of them is actually out of state, but he's, who knows?
Remind him that all that stuff is paid for state-wise, in-state, you know?
Yep.
Judge, and I talked to Robin, I guess about a week and a half ago, and we talked about a few different options and programs. Was it TC what?
TSTI.
Yes, over in Waco. But also I have a couple of good friends that were former welding instructors and have heard that the ACC campus down in Round Rock has a heck of a program. In fact, they have a specialized TIG program, which is, you know, the beautiful automotive customized work. And so Rylan and I talked about that a little bit, and anything outside of the department that Marcy and I can help him with trying to get any funding or just getting into school, we're all on board for that too.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Morris.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I mean, young man has a lot, he has support. It might not be family support, but I know he's got a lot of support here with our people. So that's good. Okay. Well, is the circle of support, is it Zoom or is it in person?
It's on Zoom due to the distance.
Okay. Okay.
But if he does make the powerlifting team, Marcy and I are trying to figure out if he makes a team a chance to get down there and see one of those competitions. And we told him we'd try not to embarrass him too much, but no promises.
Well, that might mean no green suits or, something like that,
Yes, ma'am.
That would be really cool. Gosh, I'm glad he's doing that. Anybody doing extracurriculars is fabulous. Okay, Mr. Morris, anything particular you need today?
I don't believe so. We're just really excited to be a part of this.
Okay, well, thank you. We're glad to have you.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you're busy, so thank
ma'am.
y'all. Okay, anybody need anything else?
No, Judge, not from the stage.
I'm sure we did a service plan. I'll approve the service plan, make it an order of the court. Everybody get your pens, and here's our court dates. Next perm is 3/2. One thereafter is 6/1. And then our final, he's going to turn 18, but I'm going to give all these dates just because the statute says to. The final is 8/10. And the dismissal date is 9/7. So those will all be, gone away when he turns 18, but we'll figure that out later. So for court orders today, only thing is just those court dates. Parents did not appear, their attorneys did, and I approved the scheduling. I approved the service plan.
I do have one question, Your Honor. Oops, did I freeze? I'm sorry. I have one question.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Bennett.
And I apologize. I was still in the breakout room with my client. No one told me, oops, that we had started yet. I knew there was a case. So I bumped back in here. But I know at the last hearing, we had discussed dismissing my client out at this hearing. Is there a reason that we're keeping my client in this case? I'm just curious.
I don't have any issue. Mr. Morris, you and Miss Guy have been on this case forever. With Rylan forever. What is y'all's opinion on that?
Remind me who Natalie is appointed to.
Miss Hamilton.
Oh, Miss Hamilton. Okay.
Right. CPS, she's already been removed as the managing conservator because CPS is the temporary managing conservator.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're in agreement to dismiss her from the case. I think at the last hearing, the reason Mr. Morris, although he wasn't here, but that they didn't want her dismissed was they wanted to try to get her to pay some sort of back money. But since that's not something we can do within this case, do we still need her to be, taking off work and showing up and doing all of this? Because she's not a placement option anymore either. So I don't know. I'm just asking.
And if I may, Judge, I was there for that last hearing. We didn't necessarily want to keep Miss Hamilton for back pay. And I believe, Judge, you had said that was not something we could accomplish anyways. And so I don't believe we have an objection to her not appearing.
Miss Hamilton, have you stopped getting the payments from the department already?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I ordered all PMC funds to cease as of date of removal, but whether that happened, I didn't put it down.
Right.
Okay.
We don't have any objection at all.
I
don't mind to keep coming, but it'll save the county a tiny bit of money. I don't have to come anymore.
Well, I think the plan is for Rylan to age out, and he's going to do, whatever he wants when he's years old. And, you know, I mean, she can always listen or come to court or whatever, but I don't think there's any reason to continue to have Lampasas County pay any. And you know, normally, just for the record, I don't appoint people that are not parents. I'm not required to appoint anybody attorneys, but I do just to kind of help process some. But now that we got the process resolved, I'm going to go on and dismiss her and you, Miss Bennett.
Okay, yes. I don't know if you just dismissed her or non-suit as to her or whatever, but whatever you need us to sign off on to, permanently remove her as a conservator, and she's not asking to be renamed anything. So.
Right. Look at the petition. I'll non-suit her because she is named in the petition.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for pointing that out. Miss Bennett, you'll be released, and Miss Hamilton.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Judge.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
And Judge, may we be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Thank you, Marcy. Appreciate y'all.
Good seeing y'all.
Okay, bye. So, okay, cause number 23822 and Duffy child. Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, this is our second permanency hearing for Braxton. For me, from reading the reports, everything's going well. Braxton's with Pegasus, and he has, A, B's, and C's. So I think that's good. He's still got his probation going on. He's up to date there. Had a little issue with the polygraph. I don't know how to expect any teenage boys to successfully complete or be successful in a polygraph. I haven't figured that one out yet, but I'm doesn't bother me. So I think there's been one or two little hiccups, but once again, that's happens with teenagers. So that's what I have. So Miss Style, this is yours.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I think the court summarized it pretty well. Braxton's at Pegasus. The parents are working services. They're having therapy with Braxton, and they're visiting with Braxton. They are in separate homes. Their divorce, I believe, has been finalized. And I would ask if Stacy has anything to add in addition to her court report. I see her there, but.
There we go. Okay, there I am.
Okay.
Yes, I just got word on Wednesday that Braxton passed his second polygraph, so he will be moving up to the next phase.
Okay, good. Okay.
And the only other thing is just we're looking for a new counselor for Mrs. McGuffey because she was struggling with schedules for the previous counselor.
Okay. But y'all are working on it, so that's good.
Yes,
okay. Okay, what else, Ms. Dowdle?
Your Honor, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. No more witnesses?
No more witnesses.
Thank you. Ms. San Miguel?
No witnesses.
Thank you. Mr. Glass?
Nothing.
Thank you. Okay. Excuse me, Ms. San Miguel?
Oh, I just want to announce though, we did finalize the divorce, so.
Okay, good. That'll help. Okay, I don't see Mr. Baird. Ms. Goebel, anything from Casa?
Hi, thank you, Judge. Yeah, just very proud of Braxton. Like Stacy mentioned, he passed his polygraph the second time. We're happy with the direction that he's moving. The first several months, he had, quite a few hiccups as far as different behaviors that were putting him on the list. They call it the positive peer list. But Stacy, is he still on the positive peer list? I think he had like about a month run of good behavior. So
to my knowledge, he is on the positive peer list. I will be going to visit him actually on Thursday as my plan. My last count is that he's only had 3 little write-ups since the last week of September.
Yeah,
So
that's great news. We're really excited to see him taking it seriously and making good progress. Casa, included in our report that we do have some concerns about the possibility of reunification with family, but it may be a little early to talk about that. We included that in our report. So nothing further from Casa, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, Ms. Bennett.
Yes, Your Honor. Oops. It seems like I freeze. Okay. I went with Casa on Friday and we went to visit Braxton at Pegasus, and I was just gonna make sure it's okay with you that I drive to go see him and back, because it was like almost a 3-hour drive one way.
No, you need to go. I'm glad. I'm good. That's great.
But we had a great meeting, met with him. He was very excited that he passed his polygraph. We talked through the next steps, and he has 2 more phases, like phase 3 and phase 4, and he's all gearing up for phase 3, but everything's going really well and he's on the right track. So I'm excited.
Okay, great. It was all good. Let me ask y'all, our final trial is set for February 9th. What do y'all think we're gonna go to mediation? I think we could probably settle this amongst everybody, or are we probably looking at an extension though?
We're probably going to need an extension, Judge, because just this phase, I think, is like at least 2 months at the fastest.
Okay.
Phase 3, and that's just starting. So that's going to put us the middle of January. And then and that's, like I said, the fastest to get through that. And then I can't remember how long phase 4 is, but
And Judge, my report was the earliest that he could get out, they thought would be May. So
yeah, I think we're going to be past the final trial date. So
Okay.
at that point, we'll need an extension so he can finish his program.
Well, that would be good because, an extension would get us into September. I know that seems like, hold on. Yeah. God's case seems like we've had it longer than that. Yeah, it would get us into September, which would be, he'd probably be done and out and figuring out where he's going to be. So I think that's okay. Well, I'm not going to put I need a court reporter. Then I'm just going to put for my own little notes extension.
Yes, that's what I anticipate we'll be requesting.
Okay. Well, parents, y'all still have service plans. I know y'all are working them and doing good by Braxton, by the department. I encourage everybody to continue with your service plan and your court order, so we can get everything what's best for Braxton. And I will see y'all where it's going to be a trial. I call it a trial. We're not going to have a trial. We're probably just going to turn it into a permanency hearing, but it's set for 2/9. And I just had to FYI, that date might be changed. I don't know. I don't even know what today is yet. I really do, but my brain has had some issues, so we'll worry about court dates, but everybody go on and put 2/9 on their calendars. So I'm not going to say any new order today. I'm just going to say everything continue, final trial, 2/9/26. So I won't be sending a docket sheet. That's all I got.
Got it, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, parents, congratulations. I guess if that's what y'all want me to say on your divorce, y'all got that taken care of quick. Hope y'all are doing well. I hope Braxton's doing well. Tell him congrats on passing his polygraph, and we'll see y'all in February. Thank you. Y'all are excused. Thank you. Cause number 23697 in the interest of the Castrita boys. Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, this is a permanency hearing. Let's see. Is Miss Level here today? Yeah, there you are. Okay.
Yes.
I see it. Okay. Looks like let's see if I know say. Mom has visited once. I don't know if she ever submitted her application for court-appointed attorney. The boys are doing well. Mr. Castrita is doing well. I think things are going good. So that's what I have. Excuse me, that's what I have. So Miss, other than Mom's kind of flaking out, but not Mr. Castrita. So, Miss Gal, you may begin.
I'll call Miss Ellis.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Ellis, is there anything else that the court needs to know that wasn't in the court report?
Yes, the mom, Jessica Bernal, no longer wants to be a part of the service plan or participate in the service plan moving forward.
Is that something she told you, or?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else with the boys, with the kids?
That's it.
That's it. Okay, I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have any questions, Miss Ellis? Okay.
Just one, Your Honor. Ms. Ellis, when did Mom tell you that?
Actually this morning we talked by text the week before last, and she said she had something to tell me. She never told me, so I reached out this morning, and that's what she wanted to let me know, that she no longer wants to. She said she's going to move on with her life because they obviously don't want her in their life, so she wants to move on with her life.
Hold on real quick, Miss Ellis. Mr. Castrita, we need to see you. You're in court. You have to show your face. Okay, thank you. I just noticed that. Okay, I'm sorry, Miss Ellis.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and read what she said exactly. She said, I've been meaning to text you. I'm not wanting to do the services no more. I thought I would want to do them after seeing the boys, but after knowing that they don't really want to see me, I want to move on with my life. And if their dad wants me to be in their life in the future, he'll reach out.
Okay. Put that in your notes so so that you made reasonable effort. Here you go. Okay.
I will.
Anything else, Mr. Grove? Or was that Mr. Glass? That was Mr. Glass. Yeah.
That was me, Your Honor. Nope, nothing.
Okay. Mr. Grove, any questions, Ms. Ellis?
Not at this time, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, Miss Bennett, you good? With Miss, let's see, who's doing this? Miss Guy, next witness, please.
I don't have any other witnesses, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Glass, any witnesses? I don't think so.
No, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Grove.
No, ma'am, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Level, voice good?
Boys are doing well. Just a quick follow-up on the counseling with the school. Jennifer Chappelle did get back with me. They're trying to set that up. Miss Ellis may have an update, but they were trying to set something up during school hours so that the boys and the aunt and uncle wouldn't have so much trouble getting that worked into their schedule. I do think it's important. Like I said, the boys are doing well, but they've had a few little behaviors, nothing major, but it'd be good to, get onto that in case before it does become something major. And I know that the family's working with them and Dad is working with them as well. And on that note, I guess we'll get to this, but Dad has been asking about, more extended visitation. And so I'm interested to see what the department is planning for that.
Letting the boys do counseling during school, are they okay? Because some kids don't want to get pulled out to do counseling. Some kids don't need to miss school. What is your opinion on that, Ms. Level?
I would really like to see the boys have the opportunity to talk to someone. When I talked to the boys about it, they were like, "Oh no, we're good, we're good." But they're having some acting out. Jennifer felt like she could get it. She could make it happen. So if they just flat don't want to do it, then obviously there's not a whole lot of point, but we'll just see how that goes. It's my opinion.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Let's see, Miss Bennett.
I definitely I second everything Miss Level said. She's like always very on the ball when she's the Casa. So I don't have anything additional.
Are y'all all working to and keep the increase Mr. Castrita's visits and go into some, sandwich visits or unsupervised, or what's the plan for that?
Miss Ellis, can you speak to that?
We're already doing the sandwich visits right now. We've been doing that since the last court hearing. So basically, I was waiting until this next court hearing to see where we want to go with that, the visits from now. Kayla Castrita is reporting that those sandwich visits are going well. The boys are liking having that extra time with dad and being able to, be with their younger brother, Christian. So like the Ms. Lavelle said, they are having a little bit of discipline issues right now, but the visits seem to be helping with some of it.
Okay. Well, I know the holidays are coming up and we don't have court between now and then. So if y'all can, maybe do some longer, if things are going well, I'm not worried about doing sandwich visits anymore. We could do some longer periods of unsupervised and start doing my baby step deal to work towards, monitor return at some point in time. So Miss Bennett, Miss Level, Miss Ellis, why don't y'all, work with Mr. Grove and at least get some visitation planned through November, through Thanksgiving, and work with the placement and see where we are, and come back in December and kind of monitor that to get us through the Christmas holidays, and then because our next hearing is January 12th, so that'll at least get us through both of the holidays.
So Judge, do you want the order to just read visits to increase as agreed by ad litem's and CPS?
Mm-hmm. And I'll put placement because, with the holidays coming, they might have some, placement. They've been taking care of these kids. Their plans always trump as far as I'm concerned. And I don't want to do anything to jeopardize the placement's plans.
Judge, could I ask a clarification question?
Yes, sir.
Was it mom that announced to the caseworker this morning that she no longer wants to participate in services?
Yes.
Could I get a court order for mom to provide last year's tax return and 3 most recent paycheck stubs by date certain? I don't know if my client wants to let her off the hook for child support.
And Judge, I'm not sure that my client wants to be on the hook for child support.
I figured. Okay, mom is to provide, I'm just going to say 2023 and 2024 tax returns and paycheck stubs from 6/1/25 to present to CPS by 12/1/25. Just because sometimes these people don't work, so I need maybe an extra year and longer than 3 months to see where we're at. And Mr. Grove, I'm not sure you're going to get it, but hey, it's in the order.
Well, she definitely was incarcerated for the entire 2024.
Okay. Well, then we know about that, but maybe for 2023, we can see what she did before that.
Okay.
Okay. No, let's see. There are no, look at my docket sheet. I don't think there's no final orders or any other orders or transfers or anything involving these children. Are there? Do we know?
Not that I'm aware of. Mr. Castrita, have you ever had an order out of another court involving the boys?
Ms. Scott, Lampasas prior case consolidated herein. I don't know if that was AG. I don't know what that was.
It might have been an AG case.
Okay.
Let me look in our system really quick.
Mr. Castrita, what have y'all gone to court for before regarding the boys? You're muted, sir. I can't hear you.
Judge, I can send him an email and let the parties know.
Okay.
Well, and Judge, I mean, I know at least for the last 8 years, it's not been a land passes case, and these boys are, I think, a little bit over that. I just know I don't remember them being in CPS court before in land passes, but they have lived here the whole time.
Okay. They live here. They go to school, and with Mr. Castrita in Lomita. Did I dream that?
Yes, ma'am. It's always been land passes county.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, well, I figure we're gonna probably close this case out with a final order, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I think
Okay.
that would be appropriate.
Okay, well, y'all just see what the last order was. Anybody need anything else?
I did find a case from involving Julius and Mary as Castrita back in 2016.
That's it. What is it?
I can't really tell because it's so old that they don't even have it really scanned in.
Wow.
So I'll have to go and pull the file from the clerk's office.
Okay.
The cause number is 19878.
Okay. Okay, well, look at it. Let's look at it and see what it is. And
yes, ma'am.
What we need to do. Okay. Well, Mr. Castrita, you have service plans and court orders. Keep complying with them so we can get out of your life and get those boys back home. And my only other order is Mr. Castrita's visits. Y'all can increase those per placement, CPS, and ad litem's. Mom already read over that. Our next hearing is January 12th. Okay. Okay, well, keep up the good work, and we'll see you in January. Thank y'all. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Judge.
There, I wasn't able to mute it. Now it's over.
Well, anything you want to say? Your lawyer's still here, so anything you want to say, sir?
No, ma'am. I just wanted to get longer visits with my kids, and guess I was hoping. I mean, if she was willing to be part of their life, I would expect her to help me raise them too. You know, with some money or something. And because I've been doing it all on my own since they were born. So
well,
I mean, I think it's time for her to take part in her parenting, and do what's right for the boys too, and help them out with a little bit of money instead of spending it all on herself. Since Miss Elliott says she was doing so good and she has a full-time job now, so I would expect her to help as much as I'm helping.
Well, remind me, y'all, we've already closed this hearing. Remind me at the next hearing, we can consider some, temporary child support. Because we are going to be going on for a little bit longer. You can lead a horse to water. You know how that goes.
Yes, ma'am.
We can get some permanent orders that, you still got a lot of years to raise these boys. So we can get some permanent orders when we close this case that will hopefully help you out, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thanks a lot. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye, y'all. Thank
Bye.
you. That was sweet. Thank you. Okay. Let me just get the lawyers on here for right now. Destiny Moeller.
That's the cousin that we're looking at for placement.
Okay, y'all. Is it okay? Do we have a bunch of stuff to discuss today that we don't want Noella to hear, or where are we, y'all?
Well, I think we have a few things to discuss because and this may have already been resolved. So CPS and Casa and all of y'all, if you have resolved this, forgive me. But there's been discussion about Noella going to see the aunt in Oregon for Thanksgiving. And there's been a lot of debate about when she can go and does she miss school and when the department can take her and all that. And I don't know if that's been resolved. So that might need to be discussed before she gets in here. Because
we've picked up dates. We're just waiting for the department to actually approve the travel authorization to book flights.
And what dates have we picked?
She would go out there on 11/24, and then she would be picked up on 12/1.
I mean, I that personally, I think that sounds appropriate.
Yeah.
Right, right. Okay. Well, I know there'd been some debate about the week before and all the other stuff, and I think this is an appropriate schedule if everybody else is good with that.
Yeah, I know the family was okay with it. They said it worked better since they were off, and that way she'd only miss like one day of school.
Angela, you think it's appropriate or inappropriate?
I think it's appropriate. There had been discussions about her going the week before Thanksgiving, and I didn't think that was appropriate. I thought if we're really testing the waters, she needs to not miss school. If she's going for Thanksgiving, then she needs to be with the family for Thanksgiving. Let's see how this goes. I mean, I'm obviously new to this case, and I've kind of gotten the Reader's Digest version from everyone over time. I know there's been issues. I know there's been some problems and debate back and forth with everyone, but I feel like that we've now located this paternal family, and I know she's had some issues. I mean, I've looked at her history. I don't expect this just to be a walk in the park visit and everything just go peachy. I'm kind of concerned. So I think that we need to do a visit and kind of see where we are.
Right. No, I think so. Natalie Fowler, what do you think? I haven't let Sandra in yet, but I don't think I did. No.
I think that it sounds great, and my client is all for whatever is going to work. I think she's happy at the prospect that Noella will be out of the system and with family, and I think that they have a good relationship, and she just wants to be a grandma, and I think she'll do whatever she can to support this placement.
Okay. Matt, is Melissa cool with it?
My notes here say that Melissa is looking forward for the child to go to Oregon for Thanksgiving and be placed there in December. Is that the right case we've got here?
Yeah, but I frankly don't want to talk about placement because right now I want to see how this goes. I mean,
I agree.
I got some. I don't know.
Yeah, because I know they wanted me to do placement on December 18th.
I don't think that we'll be ready for that at all.
Yeah.
Just for my notes, are we still going for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
The plan is yes.
Okay.
I did also want to discuss before Noella got on, I know in the last hearing, or whenever she went to Hearts with Hope, we had discussed that contact with Sandra be at the recommendation of her therapist, but Noella told Kim and I that she is okay with Sandra calling her and having contact. So I just wanted to make sure everything was good with that so I could give Sandra that information.
I'm totally good with that.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Have a party. Yeah. Yeah. No. But also one of the things I read in the reports is contact with Ebony. And Ebony doesn't look like Ebony's been involved. And you know what? I've been done with her for a long time. I just should say no contact with Ebony.
Okay.
Anybody have any problem with that?
So I talked with Noella this weekend, and she says that she wants to have one conversation with her, that she's not surprised. She said, I've been telling everybody that Ebony doesn't care about me, but she hasn't really told me that, and she said, this just shows that she doesn't care. But she said she does want to have one conversation with her.
Well, I would be happy to allow that if you and Melissa and Myra were all on and it was on Zoom or something. And if things start getting inappropriate on the other one's behalf, oops, sorry, we ain't got no more Zoom link.
Yeah, we agree it needs to be supervised if we do it.
Yeah, but I want everybody on there.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee, number one, I'm not sure Ebony's going to take time out of her busy schedule now that she's not getting $500 a day to be able to set that up. And I don't want a bunch of smack talking about money and department and items and a bad judge and I know all that. But we don't need to go there. Noella's doing so much better, I think. And we got a way better plan. And anybody got anything to say about that? Am I wrong? Am I right? What do y'all say?
Is this the $500 a day case?
Yes, it is.
I have a lot of questions.
No, you don't.
You gonna get licensed, Matt?
For $500 a day, Max Daycare is opening up tomorrow.
Matt, you can give me a call. We'll have a discussion. Love to fill you in on this.
Will do.
Yes. Yeah. You don't have questions today. Yeah. You can call Morgan another time. Yeah. Yeah. That's why we're gonna be real careful on that phone call.
I think we should kind of set one call up, and if it doesn't go through, just let it go. I think Ebony doesn't want the call because she's being monitored. That's my personal opinion. But I do think Nuala has some stuff she wants to say to her.
Is it nice? Is it cruddy? Do we know?
She wants to check on the two other kids in the home. She's worried about their safety. And that's really, you just said.
If Ebony won't take the call, maybe Noella could just write her a letter. Sometimes that's sort of therapeutic.
Yeah, and I want the therapist to be involved in the phone call too.
Okay.
So, okay, well, you think, I don't know if Noella will bring that up or what, but.
The only other thing, Judge, is I'd like to talk about, since I assume we won't be having a hearing between now and Christmas, is I don't think that we'll be ready to place her, but I would think that if the visit goes well at Thanksgiving, we could do another visit at Christmas as worked out between everyone.
I think further visit / placement is agreed.
Okay.
And then if we need to have a hearing before Christmas, we have a hearing before Christmas. December's always weird with special hearings anyway, so that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? I hear somebody. Okay. Well, can y'all tell me that there's a good bunch of people? I don't know who they all are. Okay. Staff, y'all said yes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Destiny, yes. Sandra, yes. Katie, BB, y'all said yes, or is that on the next one?
That's the aunt. That's Destiny's mom.
Okay. Christy, I know. Angela, no. Leo, G. Okay, that's everybody, I believe. Okay. Okay. I think I got everybody here. Let's see. Staff, Nuala, are you here? There you are. Okay. Sorry, you just clicked on. I see you. Okay, sorry. I got a bunch of people with just black squares, and I got to figure out where everybody is. Miss Vanna, are you still here? I guess she's listening.
Yes, Judge, I'm listening.
Okay. Okay. Okay, got everybody here. Okay. Excuse me, cause number 22719 in the interest of Moeller child. Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, thank you. Okay, Nuala, you look good. You're doing good. I'm real happy how things are going. Sounds like we have a Thanksgiving trip. I'm jealous. Planned for Oregon. And that'll be super fun. I just think I'm really happy that I think things are going so well for you right now. I think that if you whenever you want to talk to your grandma, you want to call her up on the phone, I'm cool with that. I'm not going to have any restrictions on that. I think the more y'all talk, the more family you get to talk, the better it is. So I'm good. So hang tight. We're gonna just go through our little regular process we have to go through, and then we'll let you talk if, okay?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so Ms. Dowd, you may begin, please.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, I call Meyer Garrett.
Okay.
Ms. Garrett, do you have anything in addition to the court report that you'd like to add today to fill the judge in or update the court in any way?
Just that we have the Thanksgiving visit plan, and then we were working on looking at either future visits or placement, and that's it.
All right, Judge, that's all I have of this witness.
Okay, anybody have any questions of Ms. Garrett? Okay, next witness, Ms. Dowd.
No further witnesses, Judge. I'd just like to make everyone aware, as we discussed, that there's a Thanksgiving visit plan from November the 24th through the December the 1st, and then a potential additional visit / placement or whatever, as we can agree and work out for December. And we're all happy about her being able to talk to grandma.
Okay, great. Okay, let's see, Ms. Fowler.
I'm so sorry. It takes me forever to find the mute button. I'm good, Your Honor. Sandra was notified that she can contact Nuala to talk, and Nuala will accept that phone call if she wants to talk, and if she doesn't, she won't. So I'm glad that there will be that communication, because I know Sandra wants to be there and be helpful to make things successful for Nuala. So that's it.
Okay, yeah, I think that's wonderful. Okay, thank you. Let's see, Miss Singleton.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Sandra has a new haircut. It looks cute, or it looks like it. I think it's a new haircut. It looks good. So good. Okay. Miss Singleton.
Yeah, there's good communication with CPS and the items and the bio family. I think things are going really well right now. I know Nuala's anxious. She would prefer to stay there at this November visit, but she is working with us, and the family's calling. She's getting lots of regular communication. She's doing really, really good. She's a great reader. I'm very impressed with that. She's smart. Good
And
artist, loves to sing.
I think if you can't read, I don't really know how you succeed. So I think that's one, all that algebra and geometry, but reading, that's important, I think. So that's great. Well, yay. I don't think we've had a better hearing. Well, we're not finished, but this is probably one of the best hearings that we've had in a long time. So, Mr. Grove, you're filling in for Ms. McClure today?
Yes, ma'am, I am, and I do not see any instructions from her to me on her list, so I don't have any requests, Judge.
Okay. Noella, anything you want me to know, or anything you want to ask or tell me, or your turn?
I was wondering, do we have any specified date for when I'm going to be placed in December, or is that still on hold?
No, it's not, it's just me, because I need to see how the Thanksgiving visit goes. I need to get some feedback, because my orders just sort of are fluid, I just kind of go with the flow and see where we're at. So that's me. We'll come back after Thanksgiving and regroup on that one.
Another thing is that I wanted to say this for everyone, that we're on the same page. I've been talking with people that I would want to request braces. I don't know if that's a possibility, but I hope that we can work on it.
Okay, that's great. You open a can of worms, girl. Okay, now that's going to be an issue going out of state also, because our insurance is in Texas. Okay, now since this homesteading stuff was approved, that can be worked on. I'm not going to start the process right now if you're going to move. You know what I'm saying? Because and braces are not something that the department's insurance usually pays for it. It has to take a court order. So let's figure out about, I mean, unless anybody's got anything different they want to say, let's figure out where you're going to be right now. What'd you just do?
I took off my beanie.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are you changing hair on me? I wasn't quite sure what you were doing. Okay. Let's regroup on, keep that in your mind. Let's regroup on that one when we know where you're going to be at for sure. Okay. Let me see your teeth.
It's like mostly this one, because this one's all the way up here and like they're all misfigured.
Yeah, well, I promise you they don't look that bad. Maybe it'd be a retainer or something, but yeah.
And it's also because I have a big overbite as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
my wisdom teeth are coming in and I just want straighter.
Your wisdom teeth are coming in already?
This one's fully grown. This one's almost grown. This one's coming in and this one's halfway in.
Ooh,
We might need to see if those need to be removed before we start braces too.
Yeah, we need to go to an oral surgeon. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the order for sure because most people don't have room in their mouths for all those teeth. Okay.
If need be, I can recommend the oral surgeon that I'm currently making a car payment to.
Do they contract with the department?
Probably not. I've decided to rename the youngest one Mercedes because that's about as close as I'll ever get to one.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, those are all good. I did. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all need, I went to a great oral surgeon a couple of months ago. They knocked me out. I was in and out. I didn't have, it was the bomb. They're in Marble Falls. Miss Garrett, if y'all want to know the name, just email me and I can find it. I mean, I'm sure there's.
I think that's the same one my kids, everyone in all the kids in my family got their wisdom teeth out with in Marble Falls, an oral surgeon. He was great.
Yeah. I know there's some in Houston, but it was pretty easy to get into. It would be a matter of whether he takes the state insurance. I mean, the Superior, y'all could call Sally Anderson and ask. I can just look it up real quick. It's Austin. What is it, Angel? Austin.
I think it's just Austin Oral
Surgeon or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that's
something
who
like
did
that.
mine too, out of Brownwood.
Brownwood?
Like it was one that traveled to Brownwood once a week. And it was something through like Austin Oral Surgery.
Well, there's an office, Austin Oral Surgery. Please review. Yeah, Austin Oral Surgery. I mean, they have a real office in Marble Falls.
Is the department's insurance called Superior because it's superior to having no insurance?
I think so.
Okay.
But we have superior people that come to court to help us now.
We do. I just thought that was a strange name for the insurance.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah. New Orleans, getting your wisdom teeth out is an interesting experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like smoothies?
Never really got to try one, but yeah, they're okay.
You like milkshakes?
Oh yeah.
When I got my wisdom teeth out a million years ago, my doctor made me come home and eat a steak because he said he wanted me to use my jaws and stuff. So anyway,
I don't think they do that anymore.
I lived off pudding for a week.
I thought it was a pretty good idea. I didn't like steak, but whatever, I did what the doctor said. But no, it's fun. But if it can help your teeth, that's a good thing. What else you need, girl?
I think that's it.
Do you want, I heard via the grapevine, do you want to try to have one talk with Ebony? What's your plan there?
If she's able to show up, because the last time we had a Zoom with her, she didn't show up, which I didn't have a problem with at first, but when she never got back in contact, I kind of got upset because I have two people there that I would love to talk to that I don't think she wants me in contact with. But if we can get that settled, then yeah, I would love to.
Okay. Now, I've been a little upset with her. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to just say y'all can set up a Zoom meeting or phone call, whatever you call it, but I want your ad litem's, I want Myra, and I want your therapist there, because I want to make sure that there's nothing to get you upset or smack talking about, going to Oregon or anything like that. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because, I don't want like he said, she said, I don't want any of that garbage. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, okay, well, that's cool. We'll order that. Anything else?
I don't think so.
You got you some warm clothes?
I'm sufficing with the sweatshirts for now.
Okay, well, I think I've never been to Oregon, but I think it's kind of cold and damp.
It's like right now, it's like rainy and wet right now. But further down the road, it's going to get really cold. I think the highest it gets there is like in the 80s.
Well, that's not bad. That's good.
Do we have a good winter coat for her to go?
Howard, does Noella have good clothes for a trip?
We have coats and stuff here too.
At my house, but I don't know about what she has with her.
Okay,
We have everything she needs here. We have everything here she needs. And it's not that cold yet anyway.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but y'all not that cold, and us in Texas coming up there, it might be two different things. So, okay, well, Noella, pack accordingly, and your family's got, they say they got what you need. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I would like the Ebony contact to occur before the trip, if at all possible, so we can put that to rest. Okay. So I'm gonna put that in the order too. Okay.
Another question I have is, because the thing with this whatever, is the flights going to happen during the day, or do we have the flights figured out at all yet?
Myra.
The plan is to have flights during the day, but we are still waiting on approval so that we can book said flights.
Okie dokie.
And I have to approve out of state placement. I mean, out of state trips, and obviously I'll approve that. Okay.
You got it.
Put that in here. It's Oregon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And just so everyone's aware, I did just follow up with the person that has to approve that with the department, and she is approving it, and we can go ahead and schedule the flights, Myra.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Noella, anything else?
No, ma'am. That should be it.
Okay, well, here's what I have. Visits placement as agreed by CPS and ad litem's. Contact with Sandra as requested by Noella. Noella to see an oral surgeon by, I need to change that date, by 12/15/25. One phone contact with Ebony with, let me just say this, to include ad litem, CPS and therapist, Oregon trip approved. Next hearing, we're going to come back on 1/12 to see how things are, how your trip went, where you're at, all that other kind of stuff. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everybody good? Okay. Well,
Yes,
thank you. Good
I do
hearing.
have something.
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
Katie Beebe, her aunt.
Yes, ma'am.
We had previously agreed that all the email communications would include all three of us here, Destiny, myself, and my mother. But my mother and I were not included on the invite for this court hearing. So I just wanted to request that we again be included in all the communications.
Okay. Department, y'all have any opposition to that?
We don't have any opposition to that, Judge. We just had to go through the proper channels. We know that parties aren't supposed to come in unless you approve it.
Well, and Miss Beebe, my dad died, so court has been kind of weird the last 2 weeks. So you can't, it's just been kind of a mess. Okay.
Okay, I understand. Condolences.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I need to put it in the order. CPS to include, y'all give me the names.
It's she goes by Katie, but her name is Katrina Beebe, and then the grandma is Patty Phillips.
And Destiny Moeller.
And Destiny Moeller, yes, ma'am.
Okay, CPS to include Katie Beebe, Patty Phillips, and Destiny Moeller in communications court notices. Okay. Okay, well, we'll see you in 2 months. Have a big time. Have a nice Thanksgiving. Have a nice Christmas. I don't need to see you before then. Everything's great.
Thank you. Y'all have a good time too.
Okay, see y'all.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, calls numbers 23967 Wallace Calhoun, 23966 Calhoun Children. Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay. I read the reports. Mr. Calhoun still hasn't done the nail test. Doesn't look like anybody's paying child support. Let me see something here. Justine's nail test was positive. She's doing her visits, but nobody's drug testing. The kids, Carly's having her hip surgery, yay, in December. That was good news. It just doesn't really look like anybody's really, maybe Justine is a little bit paying attention to court orders. Miss Chillette, of course, you know, she's MIA. That's, fortunately the kids are with family or fictive kin and seem to be doing really well. So that's what I have. Miss Guy, you may begin.
Thank you, Judge. Miss Lancaster, apart from the updates that the court's aware of, has anything else happened since you submitted your court report?
No, I know that the visits have, we stopped the visits due to mom testing positive for methamphetamine and amphetamine and not taking urine tests. And she's still engaging with John Calhoun after he has made a lot of threats to her. She has completed her psychological and has started therapy, but that's the only things that she has started. And Mr. Calhoun has not done anything, hasn't started any of his services. And I know that at the last visit that Audrey had about 10 minutes towards the end of the visit, Audrey had pulled one of the children out to talk with them because they seemed kind of distant and not engaging with everybody to make sure she was okay. And she had went to the bathroom and she was in there for 15 minutes. And Mr. Calhoun got upset because she had pulled the child out of the visit and was telling the children that she had no right to cut his time short. And that he also told the kids that he was not going to do any of the services.
Did his behavior, what assumptions did you make about him considering this behavior at the visits?
I wasn't there personally. From what Audrey told me that
Hold on just a second, Miss Lancaster. I thought I saw him in the wait. Yeah, but
he's here, Judge.
There he is. Okay, sorry, I didn't see him. There, I see him now. Okay, thanks. Go on.
Nothing like from what she was saying that he was just.
I object to hearsay. I object to hearsay.
What conversation are you talking about, Miss Lancaster? Who said it?
Audrey. Audrey was the one that supervised the visit.
This dang.
Miss Lancaster, has Miss Calhoun made any other progress that you're aware of apart from what's in the report?
No, ma'am.
I don't have anything else, Judge.
Anybody have any questions of Miss Lancaster? No?
Not at this time.
Okay. Miss Guy, next witness.
Judge, I'll call Miss Justine Calhoun.
Okay.
Miss Calhoun, isn't it true last Tuesday you were in county court?
Yes.
And can you tell the court what happened that day?
Judge, I'm going to advise my client to assert her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination.
Okay, Ms. Guy, I don't really know where the question's going.
She didn't commit any crimes on November 4th that I'm aware of.
It was my understanding, Ms. Guy, and if I jumped the gun, my apologies. It's my understanding that there's an allegation she had a positive UA test and allegedly admitted to consuming an illegal or controlled substance. Is that where you're going?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay. To the extent we're going to ask questions about consuming and or possessing controlled or illegal substances, I'll ask that Ms. Calhoun assert her Fifth Amendment right. To the extent that she allegedly consumed or possessed a controlled substance in violation of bond conditions that were likely present, I'd also ask that she be admonished to assert her Fifth Amendment right.
Is she out on, oh, she is out on bond, isn't she?
She is, Judge. That's true.
I forgot about that. Okay, hold on just a second. Miss Cal, I can say it, but I'm just gonna read it just to make sure it's exactly right. Miss Cal, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to attorney and to have an attorney present during all questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney will be appointed at the government expense, which excuse me, Mr. Grove already has. So, okay, she's warned. Continue, Miss Guy.
Ms. Calhoun, when's the last time you used methamphetamine?
Judge, I recommend to my client that she assert her Fifth Amendment right and decline to answer that question based on that assertion.
Thank you. Ms. Guy.
And after we talked on Tuesday, did you do anything to address your relationship with drugs or alleged relationship with drugs?
Same request, Judge.
Judge, I'm asking about whether she pursued treatment, whether she's talked to her caseworker, not for her to actually acknowledge that she has a drug problem or say when she used drugs or didn't use drugs.
I agree because that's part of her service plan also, correct?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Yes. No,
And I can understand and respect Ms. Guy's position, and I know that we're in the, I don't want to say unusual because it happens, situation where the same county attorney prosecuting the criminal case is also overseeing the CPS case. However, I'm still going to recommend that my client assert her Fifth Amendment right and decline to answer those questions based on the pending status of outstanding criminal cases.
I'll
okay.
rephrase the question, Judge.
Okay, sustain.
Ms. Calhoun, are you going to start working on your service plan?
I will be calling OSAR today.
Okay. And if the recommendation is for some sort of inpatient or outpatient treatment, are you going to follow through with that?
Of course.
That's all I have, Judge. I'll pass the witness.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions of Ms. Calhoun? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Next witness, Ms. Guy.
I don't have any other witnesses, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Glass, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Grove, any witnesses?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Bennett, any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor. I call my client.
Okay. Go on.
Okay, Mr. Calhoun, can you take your thing off mute, please? Is he frozen? It's not me that's frozen. I
think he might be.
I know.
Text him and tell him to hang up and call
Turn
him.
his, or turn his video. Are you going to text him? Okay. Or and tell him to turn his video off once he shows the judge that it's him.
Yeah, I recognize him.
Yeah, maybe that'll help. Tell him to turn his video off.
Mr. Grove. You have a long hearing this afternoon. Do you know how long it's gonna last?
If you're referring to West Garcia, I don't believe that it's going to last very long at all because the department just filed a motion to dismiss.
No way. Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
I waived my demanded apology letter. Mr. Sturmer is waxing my truck outside right now, like I asked him to. Did submit his motion to dismiss, right?
Wow, I can't believe that. Okay. I mean, I believe what you're telling me. I'm shocked, but wow.
I'm very shocked too, Judge, because I was going to ask for about 2 hours. We're going to have a very detailed, tedious conversation with the caseworkers.
Wow. Okay. Did they, did the dismissal order mention compliance or no compliance?
Ma'am, all I saw was a motion to dismiss, and I'll tell you, I confess, I jumped the gun based on my conversation with Mr. Sturmer on Friday. He advised I could tell my client. I had forgotten that in a CPS case, the court's permission was required to dismiss versus just a traditional family law case that was non-suited. I did not tell my client she needed to appear this afternoon. However, I could probably have her appear if the court still wants her to.
Wow. No, I think that's okay. If he filed it.
Yes, ma'am. I saw it this morning.
Okay. 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 Mr. Calhoun is back. I see his picture. So, Miss Bennett. Excuse me. Ms. Grove.
I'm sorry, Judge. I must have missed something. Did you need something from me?
No, I was just telling Miss Bennett that Mr. Calhoun's back.
Yes. Can you hear us this time, Mr. Calhoun?
Yes, I apologize.
Okay, no problem. And if you want to keep,
Miss
sorry.
Bennett, hold on just one second. Mr. Grove, I wasn't on that email, so okay.
I will send that dismissal motion to you right now, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Miss Bennett, go on.
Oh, sorry, thank you. Okay, your name is John Calhoun, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and there was discussion, and I believe in the court report, it's saying that you have not taken your nail test. Is that right?
That's correct.
And did we discuss at the initial hearing where the nail test was ordered that your nails are not very long and that could be a possible issue?
It was, yes.
And did you actually go to the testing center and show them your nails?
I did.
And did they say that they were too short and they weren't able to do a nail test?
Correct.
And at whatever point they get long enough, will you go back and show them again and then do the nail test?
Yes.
Okay. And then your visits have now been stopped due to an issue when you were at a visit. Is that right?
Evidently, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you explain from your point of view what happened at that visit?
Yes,
Who were you having a visit with? How many of the kids?
6 of them.
All of them? Okay.
Yes. Toward the end of the visit, we were doing puzzles and stuff on the floor, kind of spreading my time out between the kids. And for some reason, Audrey had pulled out Emmeline. And at first I didn't think nothing of it, but it kind of took a minute, and in my perspective, I only get an hour a week. So I stepped out and asked Emmeline to come back to the room. And all I said was, you can do that on your time, not during my hour visit, and walk back into the room with Emmeline. And I mean, there's always like a little powwow after the visit. I go and there, the placement and everybody's always there kind of talking with the caseworker or whoever was, moderating the visit. And so I figured maybe that would be a better time to do that instead of during my visit. walked back to the room, and Amy started telling me what they were talking about, and I just told them, I was like, I just like, there was no reason for her pulling you out during my visit, and that was about it. I mean, I finished my visit, and a day or two later, I got the email saying, the message saying that they were suspended, and I didn't understand why.
Okay, and did you hear Ms. Lancaster testifying about something about they had taken her out to go to the bathroom?
I was told by Audrey that it was pulled out because she was acting out of sorts, and I know my child, and she was just kind of off in her own little world. She gets to doing something like a puzzle or something, and she just doesn't really, associate with everybody around her. She just kind of gets in her own little world, and I knew that. But that's what I was told by Audrey, was that it was due to weird, and obscure behavior, which was not true.
Okay. So you're asking for your visits to continue and to be able to see your kids?
Of course, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and if there's any specific things that you're allowed or not allowed to say, will you follow that in the visits?
Of course, I always have.
Okay. And I believe the judge also stated when she was reading off her notes that child support hasn't been paid. Is that right?
That's correct.
And can you explain to the court why you haven't been able to pay child support yet?
Well, it's between during the EPO and all this going on, my stuff being sold, stolen, or taken, and my name running through the dirt, and the hole that I got left in between not having a house and having to fix up another house, and then losing my truck, and then having a Durango, which is 30 years old. I mean, it's been just rough. I'm trying to get my head above water, but it's taken some time. Between all the money I've had to pay into the assault by contact charge, that was almost $500, and then luckily Miss Guy helped me out with the other one. So then I had the issues with the yard because I wasn't able to be here to clean the yard, so I got a ticket from the city here, which is also being taken care of. The ladies are very nice there too. I just.
So when this case started, because of that protective order and you weren't allowed to be in the house, a lot of the community property assets were moved out of the house while you were not allowed to go there. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Anything that costs money is gone.
And then your truck got repossessed.
Correct.
And that's what you use for work.
Yep. That's correct.
And so you're doing your best and you're still trying to. So do you now have a place that the kids can go?
Not at the moment, no.
Not right now. Okay. So you are still trying to get a place.
Yep.
Again.
I'm talking to some people in Kemp there, which is just down the road from where I live. I've gone and looked at a mobile home on some property over there. It's very nice, but they have some other offers and stuff, so it's kind of in the works. But
okay, and you lost the home that the two of you were living in when all of this took place.
Yes.
Okay. So do you have a place to live right now?
I have a room. Yes, I'm rooming. Yes, I do.
But it's just not big enough for all the kids, or?
No, it's just I'm a roommate right now, just until I can get some money together and get on my feet.
Okay. So you want to help out and support your children. You're just trying to get your head above water so that you can do that. Is that right?
Yes, it's all, the last 10 months of my life has just been utter ruins due to other people. So, I mean, I accept my responsibility in it as well, but yes, right now it's just rough, and it won't take me long to get back on my feet.
Okay. And did you hear her, excuse me, say that you are not going to do your service plan?
With all due respect in all parties, I've been through this. I never had a CPS case once before Justine and I got together, and here I've had 9. That's just throwing a number out there close to that or above that cases in this entire time. I feel like I've nipped it in the bud by separating and divorcing her and getting her away from me. And I've done these services before. I've proven that I can quit and be done. And the only reason I keep going back is because I'm the only one who provides for these children financially. And I've never gotten hardly any help from her as far as that goes, and that's what leads me to using this, because there's not enough hours in the day. There's not enough energy to keep going dark, daylight to dark every day. And I think being away from that load would help me tremendously. And I mean, I really kind of at a loss. I can't. I'm so
Judge,
tired.
I'm going to object to narrative at this point. I forgot what the original question was, and we're not litigating a divorce right now.
We're talking about divorce.
I pass the witness, Judge.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Calhoun?
Just really briefly,
Okay.
Mr. Calhoun, when's the last time you used methamphetamine?
Going on 2.5, 3 months ago.
2.5 to 3 months.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So are you basically blaming your drug use on Justine?
The situation in general.
Has Justine forced you to use methamphetamine?
Of course not.
Okay. Can you see why it doesn't make a lot of sense to all of us sitting here listening to that, and that you're going to continue to not ask for any assistance at all?
Because I don't have, it's all going to come out the same way it has the times before. And as far as the being able to quit, I mean, it's just recreational. And I mean, I don't know what else to say. If there's an issue with the stance of understanding it, I mean, it's a household of 10 people that I have to be the only one solely to provide financial help, or financial, just in general.
How are you going to get over this problem that you have with drugs?
Get rid of the root source, the lazy person in my house that doesn't help me do anything. And I
don't have any other questions, Judge.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Judge, I just have a couple.
Okay, Mr. Glass.
Good morning, Mr. Calhoun. My name's Kirk Glass, and I don't believe we've spoken during these proceedings yet. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Well, it sounds like I'm doing better than you. Do you have any idea where Ms. Chillette is? When's the last time you spoke with her?
9 years ago.
Okay. Any idea where she would be?
Same address was on the paperwork, that 260 County Road, that 733 County Road 260.
How far is that from you?
About 45 minutes.
All right. Thank you. Pass the witness.
Anybody else? Ms. Willis?
Mr. Calhoun?
Yes, ma'am.
You and I have known each other through these CPS cases for over 10 years. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Okay. When do you anticipate you finally getting to where you can support your children and not take meth anymore? When do you see that happening?
Like I've spoke about just now, my source of the root problem is her. She's like the enabler to do it, because it's just the weight of her just sitting here doing nothing all day, and me having to be the only one out working is rough. Taking care of 10 people by yourself financially is hard.
How long have you been separated from Justine?
2.5, 3 months.
And during that time, you've done meth. You just testified that you did meth 2 months ago, correct?
2.5, 3 months.
And then you testified that you're the only one providing for these kids.
Correct.
But Angela and Drake has been providing for your kids more than you have over the past 10 years. She's not using meth, is she?
Excuse me? I don't understand where you're going with that.
I'll withdraw the question, not pass the witness.
Thanks.
Anybody else? Okay, thank you. Next witness, Miss Bennett.
No other witnesses.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, Mr. Butte. Read your report. Anything else that you need to add?
I'll just reiterate, the kids are doing great in the placements where they are. They're very well there. They're doing good in school. It's my opinion that the kids need to be placed in a situation where they're going to be able to stay there. I think this case needs to be changed from family reunification to adoption by fictive kin. These kids don't deserve what they're going through. They've gone through it and gone through it. And I just heard John say it's going to stay that way. It's not going to change. And we can't keep doing this. These kids need to be stable. It is what you said, John. You said that if you've had this before and it's going to happen again.
That's not what I said. Not at all.
That's what I heard.
Mr. Calhoun, you need to be quiet.
Please understand what I said.
I'm actually happy that they're not getting to see their parents right now, and I don't think they should get to see them until this whole drug issue is straightened out for both parties. We've done this too many times, and it's come around the same way every time.
Because of that,
we need to stop it. So that's my recommendation. The focus of this case needs to be changed.
No, I don't.
Thank you, Mr. Butte. Miss Willis.
I agree wholeheartedly with Mr. Butte. These kids are where they need to stay where they're at now, and we need to make this a termination case. These kids are finally in a place where their needs are being met. I've spoken with Angela pretty recently, and she's prepared to be in this for the long haul. I know that Christy is, although I have not spoken with her. The kids, Carly is the one that's getting the surgery. That's finally happening. And that's been something that's has not been addressed properly.
Yes, it has been addressed. Justine worked her butt off trying to do that stuff.
Mr. Calhoun.
I don't care anymore. Y'all don't understand what I've been through to do this, and you're going to take my kids from me? I don't think so. This is ridiculous behavior. Y'all don't understand what I've had to go through to do this. My God, you think you're going to take my kids from me? That's ridiculous.
Judge, I will say that we all know, we've all been working in the drug addiction industry here, and all of us professionals here know that one of the easiest signs of a drug addict is a person who does not take responsibility but blames everyone else for the problems that they have been having over and over again for years. And unfortunately, not to be mean to Mr. Calhoun, but these kids have been through more than enough.
I agree.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Willis?
No, that's it.
I'm sorry, Judge.
You know, I personally think now that the parents are separated, it would be a good time to show each other and to show us that I can make it on my own. I don't need you around, and I can be a better person without you around. So to me, this is probably the best time out of all the times we've been down this road for the parents to be able to start anew, afresh, clean, sober, without relying on each other or using each other to drag each other down, or there's a word for that, and a scapegoating, or any of those kind of things. So I'm really disappointed that hadn't happened so far. But I mean, this is our first permanency hearing, and sometimes this hearing is the one that slaps us in the face and knocks us upside the head and like makes everybody pull their head out to realize that this is what we need to do for these children. Parents, I don't need to tell y'all know you need to comply with the service plan and with your court orders. Our next hearing is a permanency hearing, and it's on January 12th. I've said a lot of hearings in this case, so we could monitor, and I did it originally because I was hoping for better outcomes than what I read and what I've heard today. I'm really, there's a lot of kids. I'm disappointed in the lack of paying child support and helping out the kids. I'm disappointed that my court orders so far have not been complied with. So here's the order today, and y'all are gonna like it, but that's what it is. And I'm sad for about it for the kids, but I don't know what to do. My hands are tied. So the order is no visits for either parent until 3 clean consecutive UAs in service plan submission, and Mr. Calhoun has to submit to the nail test. It's got toenails that I ordered a gazillion hearings ago. So that's the order. And please tell the children, I'm sorry, but I don't have any other choice.
Phone calls?
So that's the order today. I will see everybody on January.
Judge, can I ask for one thing?
May I please speak really fast?
I need to say something first.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, there has been some concern by the department because of Mr. Calhoun's behaviors at the CPS office. I know you just ordered no visits, but I would like that there to also be an order that Mr. Calhoun is not to be at the Bennett CPS office or the Lampasas CPS office unless he has a scheduled visit. And then to behave appropriately during those visits, or the visits should stop.
Where have the visits been so far?
I think at the Bennett CPS office. Is that right, Sandy?
And I've never been there.
Yes, that's correct.
About having a scheduled visit. So I don't know where that's coming from.
It's just a general, no one's accusing you of having been there, but they do not want you there unless you need to be there.
Okay.
So it's just a notice issue.
Well, he probably don't want to be there either, so that works out good.
Fair enough.
Okay. Okay, who else wanted to say something? A lawyer wise.
Justine, I know that
Justine,
Yes,
your
ma'am,
lawyer
sorry.
might not want you to talk. Mr. Grove.
Well, Judge, I don't know exactly what my client wants to talk about, but given the allegations from her criminal court setting that Ms. Guy made me aware of, I'm going to recommend that Ms. Calhoun run her questions past me in an email later on rather than do it today here on the record in front of God and everybody.
it's about the child support is all it is.
We'll talk about that through an email, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Calhoun, not to appear at a CPS office. at any CPS office unless it's a scheduled visit. And for both parents, the CPS rules apply when we do have visit, or all visits will cease, not just that visit, all visits.
Can we have phone calls with no FaceTime, just telephone calls? Like once a week? Pretty please?
Yeah, y'all can phone call one time a week.
And I apologize for disrespecting your court, Judge Mabry. I'm sorry.
Mr. Calhoun, you know what to do. You know what I want you to do, and I want you to do it. Everybody wants you to do it. Your kids want you to do it. This is not fun. I promise you. I don't like doing this. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Each of y'all can have phone calls one time per week.
Thank you.
And that's like a group phone call. You know, that doesn't mean one here, one there. I mean, that's just
right.
Y'all can figure it out. Somebody else was talking, right? And y'all, I previously didn't I order Miss Justine to pay some child support?
Or we both supposed to?
Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, we'll see y'all in 2 months. Hope we get it together. Please get it together.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be in recess until 1 o'clock. Thank you. Y'all are all excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.